Good evening, good evening, good evening. Sorry for the wait, folks. Figured I'd grab myself another helping of beans and rice while I'm up getting a glass of water. That's good stuff. It's not quite up to the standards of Wide Tom's Bean House, but it's pretty good. So, where do we leave off? Oh yeah, the town of Cursed. Turns out it had a really prophetic name because it got sucked into cursory. Oh, this guy's calling for help. Let's help him. Barrowed Quickshoes, the would-be data rescuer, trapped under a wagon. Other fellow trapped on the other side. Save him too. Okay. It's the burger. Tough skill job. Free the mayor, and our tasks become easier. Free the other guy, we get nothing. But surely the tide of goodness will swing if you save without thought of gain. Better still to save us both. It's save them both. Just do both. Here, take this. It may help. Alright, well, good luck to you. What do we get? I actually don't know which of these we got. Oh! Maybe this? Yeah, gotta adjust the sound a little bit. That's better. The caretaker. Returned to a town of calamity, stranger. The Deva rises triumphant above the wreckage, having dragged us to our dooms. Only one way to return, that is to strike the Deva down. Trias did this?
Updated my journal.
Weaken him by good deeds and turn the townsfolk's minds away from the chaos and evil toward goodness. Okay. Oh, hey, Meteor Storm. That's pretty good. Wonder what we're gonna do with all these high-level spell scrolls. Hey, there's the grain silo with the demon in it. I guess the demon's not there anymore. Yeah. Randoms. Where are they all going? Well, guess we fight.
Did you see that?
How's the sound levels, guys? Let me know if it's too quiet or too loud or whatever.
Damn.
5x5, excellent. We finally got this figured out. Alright, citizen. Oh, you saved me. No, not falling for that. Oh, okay. Okay. What is this? Is this the distillery? Looks like it. Ah! Save the distiller. Let's try and save him without using area effect spells this time. Oh,
Your
jeez.
time is over.
Swarm! Okay, there, we saved him. Yeah, we learned our lesson about AoE spells last time, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, so there's a safe area we can rest in. Let's see who else we can find. You're fighting. Oh hey, it's stuff. Why don't we just let them go at it? Oh god. There's a wizard up there. Geek the mage. I got this. Boss missiles. Guy's dead. That thing's barely injured. Let's have Ignis take a stab at him. I'm doing pause here just so I can get the timing right. Because if I click... Sorry, you're such jerks. Nice.
You see that?
If you get the timing wrong and accidentally click on the ground instead of on an enemy, you just cancel out of the spell entirely, which pisses me off, but what can you do? Oh, now let's just leave him alone. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, there's a big guy. Wow, there's a lot of demons. I mean, we are basically in hell, so that's, you know, it tracks.
First one of the ladies' mazes, now the prison plan. Why can't we go somewhere nice?
Yeah, I know, Mort. I know. Mort's quips are the best. Ooh, boxes. There's stuff in boxes. Oh, they're locked. Well, we can fix that. That's why you're a thief. Ignis, get the fuck out of the way. Copper. Blood charm. More blood charms. There, that was alright. Okay, haul. Can't get up there. Cursed official. What got us into this mess? They're trying to kill me. I was just doing my job when the town shifted. Do they think I had something to do with it? Just because I signed execution orders. Is he really such a bad guy just because he signed execution orders? I guess we could save him. I guess we should. Alright, citizens. Thoroughly ignored. Ah, okay. What do you want, Burke? Can't you see we're busy cleaning up the trash that got us to Carcery? What's happening is your mob mentality is nailing this town to Carcery. Forgive them and work together. Why do you think killing him will solve your problems? Convince these people to defend the town. Won't pay lynchings while I'm around. Okay. What tack should we take? Convince him to... Convince him to be to take the high road, or convince him that lynching is pointless? Which direction to go here? Second one. Okay, yeah. Why do you think killing will solve your problems? Convince the people to defend the town from the monsters. Showing your politicians they have no power over you is the best revenge. This is definitely the chaotic choice. But he... Yeah. Alright, you got it. Let's go. Let him go. We got a whole city to take care of.
I feel stronger.
Hey, level up. Characteristic point. Let's work on... Let's get our int up a little bit. Get it towards 25. Nice, the caretaker told me to be along. But Deva is strong, but your actions have showed him some. You can weaken him more by weakening. You can weaken him more by weakening further the chaos in town. He's feeding on it. How do you know this? I can feel him up there, waxing and waning like a burning moon. A burning moon? I'll have it soon, but not yet. Will you accept the blessing of this old man? It might stand you in good stead against the Deva and whatever other horrors you might face. Would you like me to heal you? Should we accept the old man's blessing? I'm always hesitant to accept blessings from random NPCs, because I played Neverwinter Nights. And in Neverwinter Nights, the twist was the clerics that were blessing people to ward against the plague were actually spreading the plague. No, thank you. Nothing for him to say. This was the town of backstabbing. Yeah, it was. I mean, really, what did they expect? Oh, hello, crazy mage. Ah! Ice knife. How about I see your ice knife and raise you flame strike? Still, no, there we go, got him. How crazy are these mages? Crazy enough to fight me. Barracks. I bet there's something to do in the barracks. I know there's a way to get up there to those like warehouse guards. I just can't remember how to do it. These guys, I guess, can't harm each other. So I'll just kill them. Get the XP. Oh, hey. And that one's friendly now.
Playtime is over.
Rusted dagger. Fiend's blood dagger. Haha. Spread these charms around to people that don't have constant regeneration. A little sip of water. Oh, jeez. Sochmine. Fuck is that? I don't even know. Ah, the guards.
The Karak sings true.
Playtime. Damn it!
The Karak sings true.
You see that?
Okay. Thought the guards would be less hostile, but I mean, it is the town of Backstabbers, so I can't fault them for their caution. Can we talk to this thing? Hello. I have questions. What happened to Cursed? Okay, what unbalanced it? Trias was the cause. Trias is an agent of chaos. He was sentenced to prison for a good reason. Unfortunately, some idiot freed him. Oops. Oops. What do you want to think? What do you want to bet Trias was lying when he said that the chains were dulling his memory? What do you want to bet that was a lie? Alright, you've been very helpful, which brings up another question. Why? They're incarnations of evil, so why are you being so helpful? Do not mistake my help as kindness, nor me as anything other than evil. I'm helping you because it serves my needs. How indeed. That's... okay. Fine, be cryptic. Oh my god, another crazy mage. Swear to god, you fucking crazy mages. Have a magic missile. Have another one. There.
These stinkers. Joe got a
See,
ball,
like,
you
there we go.
witness, eh?
Trying to aggro him.
This stain will not burn.
And I go invisible. No, she can't. Okay. Maybe we kill enough of these things, the little Throg guys will let us by. I remember there for sure is a way to get by them.
Did you see that?
Fate lend me
Can you
strength.
save me? No time to talk. Alright. Wait, what do you say? Where's the chat log? Some damn fool set something free. Yeah, that was me. That was me. Do these things respawn? Is that what's going on here? If so, could we just farm them for XP endlessly? Taunts.
These stinkers.
The Karok sings true.
Yeah, it looks like they just keep respawning. Can't get down there. There's nothing I can see. Oh, there's something down here. Hey, here we go. Guy being put on trial. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? Mind you, sir, you're interrupting an official process. Be hate for you to share this man's sorry fate. You executed and led to the chaos that threw the town to carcery in the first place. Put an end to this madness so we can get cursed back where it belongs. Both clever and wise are your swaying words, sir. I thank you for your timely aid. No more hasty executions. Alright. There we go. That was easy. Is that the guy? Yeah, that was the guy that we set up. I mean... Oh, yeah, okay. You know what? I just realized a lot of this is my fault. Because we did a bunch of stuff to get here. Bunch of betrayals, didn't we? Didn't we? All part of somebody's plan. Yeah, they look like they have it handled. Here we go. What's going on here? Talk to Chew if you're interested in getting into the action. What? Chew log. Him, okay. What do you want, Piker? Make it quick. What do you look like? We're about to loot this warehouse. Because it ain't gonna be... Okay, what you're doing is making your problems... Yeah, here, oh, the consequences of my actions. Yeah, that's like the subtitle of this game, Samurai. This whole game is about the consequences of my actions. What you're doing is making the problems worse. Take these people and defend the walls instead of looting so the town can slide back to the Outlands. Ah, hell's you're right. You heard the man, let's get going. Benny, you speak to this before we get the town slid back, you're dead. Alright.
Updated my
Experience has
journal.
increased my skills.
Nice. We got some level ups. some improved spell memorization. Heal. That's a good spell. Restores all hit points to a target creature. The only second level spell Dakon knows is Power of 1, which is fine because he's a fighter. Need to get him some level 5 spells. Maybe I have some. Sure, I have some. No, I guess I only have level 7s. That's a level 6. That's a level 6. 8. 9. Yeah, I guess that's all I have. Oh well. Now let's go in here. A bunch of anarchists. Ebb Creek knees. Greetings, Cutter, and explain what you're doing here. I'm seeking ally. What are you doing here? Plot and scheme, my friend. What do you mean? Formerly Harmonium Third Measure, currently leader pro tem for the Revolutionary League. You're anarchists? What are you gonna do with the town? People see the leaders have failed them, chances are good they'll crush the power structures that repress them and make something new. Oh, so you're gonna help fight the fiends then? What do you mean? What I mean is that while you've been planning the overthrow of the city government, evil has come to curse that's currently destroying what's left of the city. But we must do something. All our work will be for naught. Here, take this. We must go.
The flames grow within me.
Hey, another spell. Scroll of Desert Hell. That's a 5th level spell. Possibly worth actually learning. Let's hang on to it. Mort leveled up. Ignis leveled up. Actually, Ignis would appreciate knowing Desert Hell. Yeah, that's on theme. Let's teach it to him. It's the only 5th level spell he knows. Is there a 6th level spell we can give him? Chain Lightning is not really on. Okay. Glow of Invulnerability, that's a good 6th level spell. Okay. Right. Everybody get the fuck out of here. So I can loot the place. Ooh, cure critical. Ball Lightning. I'm just gonna see if there's any good spells. I'm not gonna take everything. I'm just gonna see what they're. Yoink. What is this? Mage's Shield, armor class 4. Oh, it's an upgrade. The gross phylactery is still better for him. It's equivalent to the Dread Bond. Actually, maybe somebody else could make use of the gross phylactery. No, it's fine with him, I guess. Slot back in. Yeah, okay, let's keep that. Ooh, a hidden board. Ancient scroll. Huh. Let's take that. Curious. I wonder what that's for. That's not me being coy, that's I genuinely don't know what that's for. I don't remember that. Okay, I think this is a pretty good... I think we're in a good place. I think it's time to storm the fucking... Okay, I'm just gonna ignore him. I think it's time... Oh. Yeah, these guys, you just endlessly respawn.
Die.
Okay, guys, let me in. No. No, okay. But I want to get up there. Okay, fine. In we go. Ah. Oh god. This is a good time for an AoE spell. Black Sphere.
The croc sings true.
Oh right, I was gonna rest. Gonna rest and re-up my spells.
Great. First one of the ladies' mazes, now the prison. Why can't we go somewhere nice?
Die.
I think the barracks was a safe zone, wasn't it? Alright, rest. We are rested, we are healed, we are spell prepared. Let's go. Let's get some buffs up. Oops, that was the wrong one. I meant to put it in shield mode. Let's try that again. Our black shield. You two. Submerge your will, Dakon. And you two. Alright, shields up, let's go.
Get the work done. Get out of here.
Right. Straight to the top. Oh, no, just ignore the looters. Let's try not to kill too many people. Because I have a suspicion. I have a vague recollection we're going to be tested on that. It's like Dishonored. I never played the sequel to that. I should. Because I did enjoy the game. Go away. Go away. Oh god. There's so many of them. Alright, we're gonna have to drop another Black Sphere. There we go. And let's try out this new spell. Desert Hell. Pretty cool. Right. Anything of value here? Blood charms, those are useful. Anything of value here? Not really. Yeah, I realize I just said let's try to avoid killing people and just wipe to remove looters, but oh god. Well, I guess we gotta do it again. Seems there's no alternative here. Black Sphere and Vision of Hell. Vision of Hell? There it is. Nice. It's a decent spell. Alright. Are we ready to confront John Delancey? Another weird rusted dagger. Another Fiend's Blood dagger. That's two. That's weird. How strange. Let's just make sure there's nothing important in here. Nope. How about in here? More locked cabinets. 3,000 copper. Yoink. Ow. Okay. Door. What's going on here? Seems there was a party and someone forgot to invite us.
Damn.
This thing will not burn.
Skull mob.
Not Grace. Oh, this isn't good at all.
Oh shit.
I'm hurt.
No, stop. Stop dying. Stop dying. Back on. Come on. Back on. Back on. Okay. Ray's dead.
May my faith lend me strength. May my faith lend me strength. May my faith lend me strength.
Should just let her auto cast all these healing spells.
Shiawase.
Give her back all of her stuff. I wish there was a hotkey like in, modern video games to like control click and pick stuff up with a single click. Man, how great would that be? Let's just check the ground for healing items. And then possibly use a whole bunch of them to get ready for this next room. Cause if you didn't pick it up already, there's a boss fight coming. One of the last ones of the game, in fact. We're getting close to the end chapter. Close to finding my mortality. Okay, blood charm, heart charm. There's that. There it is. Blood charm, heart charm, blood charm, heart charm. There we go. We're good. And let's save, just in case the game crashes, because it likes to do that. I thought... Oh, hello.
Trenches Valley.
Scroll death bolt, very cool. Ah, hello. Wrong room. Swarm curse.
The clock sings true.
Man, Dakon's just kicking ass and taking names. Okay, it's through. Nope, wrong room again.
Die.
Not back there. Where the fuck is he? Did I just totally miss him? Oh, there it is. There's the third level. Oh, it's hidden by the wall, of course. More heart charms. More dead cow. Hello. The Deva is strong. Do not enter until you can defeat him. Can I use Starry's bones with it? No, I can't. Yeah, the devs kind of forgot that Speak with Dead was a thing after, like, a few chapters ago, which is unfortunate. Basically, holy shit. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Not to be drowning.
So yeah, I just found the mother lode. So many magic items. Ah, take them all. Freezing axe. I'm gonna have to. Oh no. Take that back. I'm just gonna make Ignis identify all of these. Let's give some bandages to Dakon, just to get them out of my inventory. Alright, this. Infinite recall. Okay, identify. Edge of Oblivion. Wow. Disintegration damage. Jesus. Some speculation that a sphere of annihilation is encaged within the axe itself. That's cool. Created from the bone of a rock. That's pretty cool. Used by thieves. Okay. And I take that. A couple of enchanted sledgehammers. Very cool. Battle axes. Also very cool. A cursed blade. Berserk. Yeah, no thanks. And, ooh. Punch daggers. Clever design as object splits into two pieces to form punch daggers. Only the most gifted of thieves possess items such as this. That is cool. Why can't she use the club? That's weird. Anyway, that's super cool. We're giving that to Anna. That is a straight upgrade over the punch daggers of the moon. Yeah, wow, look at that. Super good. Okay. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in here? The lootening, yeah. Alright, ready? Let's just save one more time. I think we should be okay because I have a big stash of high-level spell scrolls that I'm just going to unload on them. That's going to be great. There he is.
What do you hope to accomplish here?
Much good have you done in such a short time, mortal. It shall not be enough to keep these traitors from realizing the depths of their folly. Why did you lie to me? You were in need of direction. The price of your need was betrayal. How is it that you believe you have earned the right to any truths in this life or the next? Such arrogance. Indeed, it was your duty as a lesser being to free me. I owe you nothing, and that is what I have given. I gave you more than you deserved. You freed me to help yourself. Then why have you dragged Curse to the Outlands? A city of betrayers has been betrayed and received what they have deserved. There is no why. It seals my compact with the lower planes. The greater good is served. You made a compact with the lower planes? One cannot scale Mount Celestia without an army. The composition of that army is of importance to me. It is much easier to hire such creatures than force them into an attack. You're going to attack Mount Celestia with fiends. Is consorting with them not against your nature? I am doing this to redeem the name of good. While the generals of the upper plains cower behind their golden gates and feed the brutal war that devours the innocent, I will bring them into the confrontation with what they fear most, and through that confrontation they will overcome their fear. Well, I just saw a thunderclap outside. Or a lightning flash. Big ass storm cloud right over top of me. Oh, oh, whoa! Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? How appropriate. Hey, Whacker. And you will taint the fields of good with evil incarnate. The taint will not remain for long. It will be washed away by the purity of those who remain. It is a sacrifice for the greater good. By betraying your homeland? I shall speak of betrayal to you, human. Betrayal is an abandonment of the war against evil. Betrayal is cowardice, selling weapons to your adversaries out of fear they might stop killing each other and turn upon you. Betrayal is refusing to lead by example. Betrayal is letting the fiends run rampant through the plains until evil has corrupted all hearts. Ask not why I scale Mount Celestia and seek to set fire to its comfort-laden slopes with war. It is no betrayal. He would taint the essence of good with evil incarnate. That sounds like betrayal. There are many definitions of betrayal. One must live long enough to experience them all. Even your life, were it not fraught with forgetfulness, does not have the range of centuries necessary to appreciate them. Such a betrayal is no betrayal at all. What really happened to your wings, Trias? Beator's fires burn hot indeed, but they are candles compared to a father's anger. There is no pain like being cast from Mount Celestia. Oh, so you're fallen then? So why should I believe anything you say? Speak not to me of treacheries and falling, mortal. I am willing to sacrifice even myself that good might triumph. That's noble, Trias, but what gives you the right? I am here. I see the evil. I am willing to act on it. My will gives me the right. Should we continue to debate Trias, or should we just get what we came for and leave him to his fucking bullshit? Because we can keep going. I suspect we might be able to avoid the boss fight through conversation. Because this is that kind of a game. One's will does not give one the right, Trias. I will not be judged by you, mortal, not when you have lived the lives you have. Betrayal. Let me tell you of betrayal. Betrayal is cowardice, yada yada yada. Betrayal is usually by example. Ask not therefore why I scale Mount Celestia and seek to set its fire to its slopes with war. Betrayal's betrayal. Not the same thing. Fine. Tell me how to reach the Fortress of Regrets, Trias, and I shall leave you here. Why did you give him that? Why did I give him what? What did I give him? I didn't give him anything. What did I give? Yeah, alright. I think not, mortal. You cast shadows on existence, and you call torment down from the heavens. It is in my power to open you to the light. We shall duel, you and I. Okay, fine, but I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh god, he's got friends. Hang on. Sound got really quiet. The voice line got quiet for some reason there. Let me just normalize these. Okay, there. Okay, Dakon, balance in all things.
That's not me, disguise.
Guardian Mantle. Okay, very good. Alright, let's hit him with Abyssal Fury. Ow! Oh Jesus, he just killed a bunch of people. Okay, heal Anna quickly. Let's just pause time and use these healing items. Mort, no! Spell didn't work. Okay, Ray's dead. Ignis, you're not dead yet.
See that?
Zerthamon's focus. Auto crits. Ignis, go get your stuff.
Zerthamon's name.
Hey, good chance for Ignis to use the gross bracer thing. Will he use neutral orbit? It's not effective. It's effective enough. I mean, how effective does it really need to be? How do I use this? Oh, it's got to be in there. Okay. Elysium's too. Oh no. When I use that spell, it sucks. Okay, Ignis is back in play. Hit him with Desert Hell. And Meteor Bombardments.
Nick, good.
Oh, wow.
Nick, good.
Send you to hell. Why do other RPGs not have spook or spell animatics? Yeah, it's not a common thing anymore. Star Ocean, the second story, had a bunch of spell effects like that. Like the really high level spells all did bullshit like 45-second animations. Oh god. Please do not kill Dakon, I need him. He is my primary tank. Dakon, why are you not kicking ass? Blade Storm. My turn. Acid Storm.
I yield to you this hour, mortal. My imprisonment has weakened me. In my state, I am no match for you.
Trias, even in your full glory, you'd be no match for me. Now tell me what I need to know. No cast, great cast, fuck you. Oh no, the enemy counters with no you. Stay your hand, mortal. You came to me in search of knowledge that is known to me alone. No one else in the plains may speak of what I am to tell you. If you truly wish this knowledge, you must promise to spare my life. Oh, do we swear? Should we swear? He did lie to us already. His name is literally Trias the Betrayer. He's smart and self-preserving. Yeah, no, he's got it figured out. Always leave the murder door open. Good advice. let's go with the conditional. Let's go with, I vow to spare your life if you give me the knowledge I seek. The portal to the place you seek lies within the torus above the spire, in the city of Sigil, the city of doors. In that city, there is a place where the dead of your kind are taken. Wait, you mean the fucking mortuary? It is where you awoke of late, is it not? The plains seem filled with such ironies of late. So close you were. Motherfucker. Literally where we started the game. We started in the goddamn mortuary. Son of a bitch. Come all this way just to be told that the way forward was the way that... Ah! This fucking game. Alright, what was the key? The Fortress of Regrets is mortared with tears, and like calls to like. To enter the fortress, you must contribute something to it. When you pass near the portal, should you carry regret in your mind, you will feel the presence of the portal like the cold embrace of death.
Updated my journal.
While the chill bathes you, you must tear off a scrap of your own skin and write a regret upon it with blood from your left index finger. The portal will open and you can discover the truth behind the Fortress of Regrets, and perhaps meet its keeper. How do you know this? Many alliances have I sought across the plains. My search brought me to the fortress, where I spoke to its lord and keeper of its shadowed halls. No doubt you should wish to return to Sigil now. The blood you have on your hands shall act as the key to this portal. Simply step through the door by which you have entered, and you shall return. How did someone figure this out in the first place? Yeah, seriously, how? I mean, divinations, I guess. What can you tell me to keep? Powerful is that one. You shall not best him, and you shall not be able to wrest your mortality from his cold grip. It is lost to you. You have embarked upon an errand undertaken only by fools. Foolish I may be, but I will know more of this keeper. A man's mortality is a compass that points his way in life. If it may be grasped like an object, much can be learned about the nature of the man it was torn from. There's that phrase again, the nature of a man. Your adversary knows more about you than you will ever know. He has watched you and studied you across many of your half-lives. I know his heart. He will not return that which you seek. Its halls are dark and seem empty, but like you, it draws tormented souls to it like a lodestone. Like you, it is empty and yet full of time's cast-offs. Like you, it is a monument to torment. Shall I tell you of these souls, wanderer? They are the souls of those who have died in your place. They have become shadows that you may live. They are your shadows, the shades you cast upon existence, and they will find you, wanderer, and they will make you suffer for their torments. You will receive your due at their hands, you and those who are foolish enough to accompany you. Okay. What will you do when I've left you, Trias? I shall once again attempt to levy a host against the gates of paradise. They will not have me back, and there is no other purpose to my existence. Have you forgotten the face of your father, Trias? What do you mean? Let's do the good thing. Let's do the nice thing. The upper planes are the home of justice, beauty, and goodness. They are also home to forgiveness. Go home. Admit your error and beg forgiveness. He opens his mouth for an angry retort. You speak convincing words, mortal, and their wisdom pierces me. I shall seek the forgiveness of my fathers and accept any retribution they choose. Take this and farewell, mortal. If we meet again, it is my hope that I will be remembered. Redeemed. Pardon.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Okay. He gave us Scroll of Celestial Host. That's a cool one. Alright, well, that was that. Let's go. You just convinced the big bad evil guy to rehab. Not quite. But yes. Oh no, it fell over. So yeah, curse is back where it used to be. He totally lied to make it seem like he would. Yeah, I bet that was another lie. I bet that was a lie just to be like, yeah, I'll leave you alone.
Rapidly. has changed a great deal since I was here last.
Alright. So we're back here. You know, we have some unfinished business to attend to back here in the Hive. Let's see if Marta's still here. Marta, who was a shade of Ravel. There she is. Or not Marta, Mebeth. Mebeth looks up, her face ashen. She looks ill. Are you alright, Mebeth? I have a little longer. Mebeth, did you know you were Ravel? Mayhap. Mebeth has forgotten herself many times over. I have dreamed that I was someone else. Each word is heavier than the last, as if the centuries of weight are pressing down on her. How could you not know who you are? How is it you do not know yourself? Mebeth licks her lips. Many things, even bits of the self, they fall through memory's cracks, shadows of things forgotten. These memory thing pieces may be bad, may be good. Why? Why the disguise when you could have been Ravel again? Here in this place, all I did was the mended of things and bodies, set in bones, delivering babes. In all of these things I was content. As for being that other, that Ravel, I think you take for granted what a comfort it would be oft times to misplace a memory or two. I wasn't sure if you'd be here, Mebeth, after what happened. Aye, my precious one. Seeing you here, it's like an echo. Little time remains. The threads, these ravels, they're unraveling as we speak. Are you in pain? Yes, yet it is the irony which hurts the most. An act of kindness thrice repaid. It is the way of the plains my few acts of kindness should be the death of me. Yet I have no regrets. Act of kindness thrice repaid. Yeah, 3 shades of Ravel who all helped the nameless one. Damn. That's the rule of 3s again. I have questions, Mebeth. I need to know who did this to you. I'd have you hear me this last time. Very well. All I wished you to do was set the lady free of her cage. For ye, all I wished for was ye to live. And for me daughter, there's a saying on the plains that a hag's kindness is crueler than her hate, and it poisons all it touches. I think we've seen the truth of that. I'm dying now. My end, it's traveling from all time's directions. All a Ravel's threads are unraveling. Yet, mayhap not all is lost. One of my black barbed seeds from the maze. Did you bring one with you? Yeah, I saved a few. So the unity of rings is served. Beckon's come closer. Okay, kneel. Whispers something under her breath. Places of... Aww. I'll let your daughter know you thought of her at the end, Mebeth. May the plains receive you kindly.
Updated my journal.
And she's just gone. She's gone. 1 minute she was there, and then she's gone. Wow. Alright, her daughter is in the clerk's ward. Let's hit the lower ward first. See if we can pick up some new spells. There's a few loose ends we can tie up. Thinking you're the spell merchant. Spells. Cone of Cold, there's a good one. I've only got the one to sell. Tasha's Unbearable Laughter. Vampiric Touch. Confusion. Also a good one. Force Missile. Shroud of Shadows. I guess those will do. Oh Cold. It's 5th level. Fire and Ice. Okay, well, Dakon needs a 5th level spell, so we'll give that to him. Confusion is 4th level. My 4th level spells are spoken for, but Dakon needs a good 4th level spell. His 4th level spells are spoken for. How about 6? We'll hang on to that then. Alright, weapon seller. I'm going to sell you some weapons. Huh. Cursed weapons are worth nothing. Typical. Fine, take them anyway. Take these stupid parasites too. That's a lot of money. Yoink! Okay, what is the most expensive thing you have? Don't care. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's go talk to the tailor. What do you have? I'm figuring we'll go talk to the tailor. And we'll get ourselves... Get some new threads for Anna and for Fall, for Grace. Where's the damn tailor? Alright, the clerk's ward. This is a shop. Yes, it is. Let me buy... Okay, oh, really? Only got the one. He's supposed to sell... He's supposed to sell other things, too. Oh well. Alright, that's a straight upgrade. And that, I think, is also a straight upgrade. There we go. He's supposed to sell multiple things. Weird. I must have missed a quest somewhere. Can we rest here? Cannot rest in this area. Okay, where is... What's her name? Kessie? Was that her name? Kessie Saris? I think that was her name. The purple one. There's Delora. There she is. I bring news of your mother, Kessie. She's dead. I was forced to kill her in self-defense. I took no pleasure in it. Let's be nice. That's the truth. We didn't want to kill her, but she kind of left us no choice. Why do you feel need to tell me this? Because there's more. She spoke at you near the end. Okay, let me explain. Sit down. Let me explain. Ravel's been living in Sigil in a way, in various aspects. However, one aspect was an old herbalist midwife who made her home in Ragpicker Square. Her name was Mebeth. Mebeth, I've heard of her. That sounds like her. After a confrontation, I visited Mebeth and discovered that Mebeth was dying. As an aspect of Revel, she could not survive the true Ravel's death. Before Mebeth died, she spoke with regret that she could not show you kindness. For as she put, there's a saying on the plains, a hag's kindness is crueler than her hate. You're saying Mebeth wasn't evil like my mother? Well, an aspect. Even Ravel had a kind side, I think. I believe Mebeth was the purest expression of that part of her. She showed me kindness and asked for little in return. I'm grateful to her. Yeah, Mebeth was nice. Mebeth was super nice. Nice old lady. You think this part of her wished to be a mother to me, to show me kindness, but feared her nature would bring me harm. That is what I gathered from her last words, yes. Not sure if I should be grateful, I know that. Okay. Take your time. I also want to know what your father says. strained over here. Hagazagazagano, banished prince of Ithag, Marcus of the Bloody Shadow, hear me. My father confirms your tale. My mother is indeed no longer among the living. Wait. My father said that you showed my mother a kindness, one he would like to repay. My father asked me to tell you that something you seek lies in your dreams. Oh, yeah, I found a means to dream again, but I didn't find anything I saw in them.
Updated my journal.
Perhaps you should try again, perhaps. Perhaps I could be of help. I've always been fascinated with dreams. Learning of my heritage has made me realize why. The blood of the Grey Waste is in me. It means I have the power over dreams, though I've never used it because I never knew I possessed it. Perhaps I could use it on your behalf in this instance. Hags are known to ride men's dreams and turn them into nightmare. And ride them to their death.
Updated my journal.
I doubt I could do something like that, nor would I want to. But it is possible I could accompany you in your dreams. I could perhaps help you find whatever it is my father has spoken of. Yo, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I would appreciate any aid you could render, Cassie. Thank you. Come back in a day. Alright, we gotta go hit the rest button for a day. Which works out, because we gotta rest and prepare spells anyway. I think we can rest at the Foundry. Yeah, because we're a full member, so we can rest at the Foundry. Also, did you see on the fast travel map, all these other places are filled in now? Player's Maze, Pillar of Skulls, the Outlands, Ravel's Maze, Cursed, Carcery. 2 places still not filled in, though.
It couldn't hurt you to say a few words to me, Fiendling.
Oh, aye, it could. Hurt me, that is.
Ah! Oh, good night, Grimace. I'm gonna adjust voice level again. Alright, so we gotta pass 24 hours in here. Let's actually see if the foreman's got any new spells. Hello. Blood Bridge, Fist of Iron, Axe of Torment, Chain Lightning Storm. No new spells. Alright, upstairs. Alright, let's have a chill. Cannot rest in this area. Oh, I guess I gotta ask him for permission to rest. So I do it 3 times, it should be 24 hours. Because each one is 8 hours. Minimum. Rest. Alright. Rooms. Rent. You may not rest, but your party is scattered. Fuck off, game. You must gather your party before venturing forth. That's 8 hours. Alright, so let's do it 2 more times. And it's free. It's 1, 2. Alright. Let's just do 1 more just to be sure. Because I'm not sure if the second one actually went through. Alright, there we go. Now let's go talk to Cassie. Also, whoever invented red beans and rice, delicious. My hat goes off to that whoever that was who invented this dish. The legendary legume smith who first combined bean and rice. By the way, do you guys know that Wide Tom's Bean House is actually it's it's a totally legitimate place that was definitely not made up as a joke by the BPL. It's true. Go look it up on Google Maps. It's a real place. Definitely. I did not know that until recently. Oh, you've left a review. Excellent. You too are a patron of the Bean House. Very good. Annie volunteered to allow me to visit her dreams last night. I figured if anyone's dream should be safe to visit, it would be hers. I had no idea. I don't think she has any idea. Oh, you can't leave it at that. Come on, I have to know. Well, I promised to respect her privacy. I won't share what was there. I shouldn't even have said that much, I'm afraid. I'm just still recovering. Oh! Alright, well, fair enough. I won't pry. The planes are so cruel! Alright. Let's go. Let us engage the dream machine. I shouldn't come in with you, but I should be able to read your dreams from out here. You may or may not perceive me. Nanny didn't. Shudders again. Go on in. I'll be there watching and keeping an eye out for anything to be helpful. I do not have the power to let you bring anything you find in your dreams with you, but I should be able to let you bring things in. Should be necessary, anything you're carrying when you enter the machine should be available in your dreams. Beware, however, anything you consume or drop in your dreams will likely be gone forever. Good luck. Alright, let's go. Once again, you find yourself under a hangman's noose. You find yourself clutching a barbed seed tightly in your left hand. The gravelly voice cackles. Another dream? Another! Wait, who? Intruders! Your body seems strangely light and airy, like you've lost control. This time, however, the winds that blow you about are directed somehow. You know you're not alone, though you cannot perceive another soul. You find yourself in the mortuary, surrounded by those you've coerced via various means to follow you. They are speaking to you, but their words pass over and past you like the sound of many shuffling feet. As they prattle on with their inane questions, you check off in your mind all the preparations you've made for this journey. You find yourself in your room in the fest hall, and you approach the storage closet you had commissioned, the one that can only be opened if you know what's inside. You move to put 3 objects inside, the final pieces of your legacy to your future incarnations, should your trip to the negative material plane not go as planned. That was the closet we couldn't open. From the edge of your vision, a strikingly exotic-looking woman approaches with fangs and blue skin. You could swear you know her, yet you're also sure you've never seen her before. How these things can both be true doesn't seem to bother you much. Who are you? Oh, just another aspiring sensate looking around the fest hall. I saw you through your open door and couldn't resist finding out more about you. May I ask what you're doing? I'm preparing for a very dangerous journey. I always have to think several steps ahead. I have a habit of forgetting things, so I'm leaving myself some mementos. I see. How fascinating. Such as? You look like you're holding your hands, but all you see are holding are 3 barbed seeds. Ah, well, there's a key. I had these doors designed so that you must use the key from the inside. You must be able to clearly visualize something inside in order to open them. Clever, huh? And a message to myself, but no, you may not read it. And lastly, a stout little weapon I picked up in Undersigil the other day. I can't make use of it, but maybe someday I'll be able to, so might as well leave it behind for the next me. Ooh, Undersigil, I've never been there. I heard it's so dangerous. Can you show me what it's like? Sure, why not? Dinar will be back for a bit. She's visiting with that fool of a father of hers. As long as you promise not to tell her. She's a jealous thing, and I still have need of her. You can't be sure if the woman just grimaced, for the look is almost instantly gone. Oh, of course, I won't say a word. I'd just love to see it, though. Let's go. Suddenly you're back in Undersigil, and from the southeast passage the roars of ferocious demons reverberate down the halls. Hear that? I killed those a few nights ago. All by myself, too, you lie. Found a nice prize in the room, too. Really? Can I see? Can you show me how you killed those ferocious beasts? It's so fascinating. You know this woman is manipulating you, for it's something you've done often enough yourself, but for some reason you're unable to resist. That'll be easy enough. Stay right here, I'll be right back. And we have control. You're suddenly no longer there at the woman's behest. You're approaching those creatures for the first time, exploring Undersigil, looking for something useful for your upcoming journey. Sounds like we should take a trip to Undersigil. Just get some things ready. Wait, no. Set to curse mode again. Put some little buffs up. Hello. Missile of Patience. Oh, that's not doing good. Ah, shit. That was an intense experience, I must say. I think I can bring you back to that dream if you wish to prepare and return again. You'll need to defeat all of those creatures to find out what you seek. Certainly. No, we're not going to do that. Thank you for your help, Cassie.
Updated my journal.
Alright, let's go again. Alright. No, dreams are not for shaping. Intruder, hag, be gone! Alright, straight to Undersigil. Try this again. Round 2. Hey, he's still there. He's still injured. That's cool. Seeking Flames. Didn't work. Didn't work. Magic Missile. Axe of Torment. Great Gazebo. 2 damage. Bullshit. Let's try again. In this corner, the hero of his dreams. In the other corner, a freight train of demonic might. Just run past. Magic Missile. Reliable Magic Missile. A Gentleman's Spell. Why won't you die? Why won't you fucking die? Ball Lightning. Magic Resistance? Fuck off. The whole scoot and shoot. Oh, come on. Where's that rod? Oh, you know what? You know what? I just remembered. Barbed Black Curse does not allow spell resistance. Oh, Jesus. There's another one. Swarm Curse. No. Keyboard got away from me there. Swarm Curse. Ignis' Terror. Seems to do something. Curse. He's tagged in his partner. It isn't looking good for our hero. No, come on. No, I thought it didn't allow spell resistance. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Come on. Almost got him.
I feel stronger.
There we go. Got one. And level up. Characteristic point. Max out int. Hey, a 7th level spell slot. Nice. Alright, we got one. I think... When you have to say every cast is a question, no bueno. I think Guardian Mantle is a solid 7th level spell to learn. Okay, where's the other one? Might just have to fight this one mano a mano. Swarm Curse. Ignis's Terror. Magic Resistance. Oh. Black Sphere. Black Sphere is a chance for sleep. The first one goes down! Okay, sleep. No sleep. Let's try again. Black Sphere. Oh, he's asleep! He's asleep! Force missiles. Finishing blow. Let's go. Oh god, the sleep wore off. Run! Run! Orb. Fire and ice. One damage. Not so great. 7, that's better. Okay, gotta get some more lead time. This is why I hate real time with pause. It's because of this. No, don't hit Cassie. Don't hit Cassie. Oh good, she's resistant. Sleeper hold. Alright, got 2 more of those. Should we use the big guns? Should we use the big guns? We got a couple of them. We got 3 big guns left. No, let's hold off. Let's hold off. Might need those. Are you dead yet? Come on. Chain lightning. Oh, damn it, it missed. Should still hit him. Looks like it did not. This tactic of running around screaming is working rather well. I'm very good at it. I missed again. God damn it. No fair if he moves out of the way. See, this is why I don't like real time with pause for spellcasters. He's moving out of the area of effect. Alright, force missiles. Nope, come back. Come back. Come on, path back. Path back. Don't waste the force missile. Fuck. Wasted it. Arcane aerobics. Never seen better calves on a mage. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. He's fucking ripped for a mage. Alright, curse it is. Oh, yep. Yes! Yes! I just figured out how to save the spell. When you do that, you click on use spell again, and then it just works. It's so good, I didn't know that. Alright, hit him with the curse again. Updated my journal. I wonder if Death Bolt allows spell resistance. Let's find out. I cast Nuke from orbit. Damn it! Spell resistance. Only PCs are allowed to AoE dodge. Yeah, I see you two have played FF14. Okay, he's badly injured. Neutral Orbit's supposed to do a lot more damage than that, but he got really lucky in his magic resistance. He's really got high magic resistance. Only about half of these are landing. I should have gone back to fighter for this part. I don't know why I didn't. Oh yeah, because I'm an idiot. Alright, near death. We almost got him. Nope, come back, come back, come back. He seems to de-aggro when I go around this corner. That's a useful thing to know. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm all out of Kamehameha's, Lone Wolf. You missed it. I'm all out. I had so many. This thing's fucking magic resistant, kicking my ass. If I was a fighter, I could use that axe that has the Sphere of Annihilation and just, like, blow the crap out of it, but no, I had to be a mage. Super nameless one. We're getting to that part, don't worry. Stick around, Lone Wolf, we're getting to that part. Come on, hurry up and die. I just thank God he doesn't have fast healing. Come on, die. Stop making your magic saves and die. 69 charges left, nice. That was it! The 69th casting killed him. Last Glabrezu falls. Under a pile of demon's refuse, your eye lights upon a formidable weapon, likes of which you've never seen before. A fearsome aura of power emanates from this massive weapon. Sharp, powerful lines adorn its shaft, which streak directly to a perfect sphere that serves as the weapon's contact point. Perfectly curved spikes emanate from the perfectly shaped sphere, yielding an image that is once both arresting and awe-inspiring. A vibrant royal purple hue surrounds this weapon of power. You hear a whisper through fanged teeth, success.
Updated my journal.
It worked. There. You should go to the room in the fest hall you saw in your dream. There's a sealed closet that cannot be opened unless you know what's inside. Remember the mace you saw and picture it in your mind. My father says there you will find something else you have long sought. Thank you, Kessie. So where's he now? Oh no, Mistress Grace, I have your permission to leave. Of course, Kessie Saris, you've no need of my permission. It was an honor having you as a student. Haha. Aww. Calm down, Anna. Gentleman strange of mystery and revelation. Back to the fest hall.
Through observation, sensation, and experience, the truth of the multiverse shall be revealed.
Hello, Splinter. Oh, right. To the east. Let's rest up. I must obtain permission. I have to obtain permission to rest in my own goddamn room. Alright, fine. Let me rest. Turn the movie volume up a little bit. Have you started the love quest of the Naughty Angel Girl? No, I have not. Alright, there are no locked latch or obvious way to open the door. Visualize the mace in the Dream Builder. You focus on the memory of the mace. You hear a click and the compartment cracks open enough for you to slide your fingers open and open it. What do we have in here? We got three things. A glass eye, this, and that. Glass eye, okay. Heaven and Earth. Usable only by fighters, good characters, and the nameless one. Wow, +2 strength, 2 to 20 crushing damage. Jesus. Only those who are pure of heart can truly wield it. Yeah, no wonder the last incarnation couldn't use it, because he was not a nice guy. What's up, Whacker? Distract me, sir. GOG has Dawn of War 1 on sale, the updated version that works with Windows 10. Cool. I remember that game. I played the shit out of that game when it first came out. Ordinary ass quill. Hint, hint. Oh, like hint, hint, like I should play it? Eh, maybe. I don't know. Not really my thing. Not anymore, anyway. Once long ago it was my thing, but alas. You found this quill. Let's try writing with it.
Updated my journal.
Cool. You decide to try writing an entry in your journal about your find in the storage closet. The instant you touch the tip of the pen to paper, it suddenly starts writing on its own. Oh my god. It writes, if everything has gone to plan, you followed my directions in the journal we carry with us, found the glass eye I left with the anarchists that you visualized to open the closet in our room, and acquired this pen. Oh, he meant us to find a different means to open the closet. That's interesting. I want to be sure it would be an incarnation of resources and intelligence that found this before any other. Listen carefully, you have a job to do. Keep writing. If you're reading this, it means I failed in defeating our enemy, and as surely you know by now, a malevolent force continues sending shadows against us, killing us time and time again. I have crossed the plains looking for his identity, and I believe I have, at least, found his location. He resides in a great fortress on the negative material plane. What's more, I know how to get to him. Describing what you've already learned from tries to the portal in the mortuary. The previous incarnation knew that. You must continue my work and destroy this creature so we can finally get some peace. Use whomever you need to achieve to this end. If they manage to survive our journey, find the Githzerai Dakon. His blade has the potential to be the mightiest of weapons. Take the skull, he can be useful, but whatever you do, don't trust him. The old archer Zachariah is a blind, drunken, sodding fool, but his aim is unerring. As for the girl Dionara, if my backup plan works, then you won't be finding her among the living, but she'll be of more use to you than any of them. Keep writing.
Updated my journal.
I like how the sequence we're literally updating the journal. You'll have an advantage that I don't, you see. She's coming with me to the fortress, and if I work things right, she'll die there. Wow. Rude. But she loves us greatly, the dim-witted thing, and like the dustmen say, strong emotions like hers tie us to this world. She will exist both on that plane and on ours, probably wherever her memory is laid to rest. She can serve as a spy on our enemy's movements for you, but don't be a fool and tell her that's what she's for. She's not likely to take it kindly, and that'll end her use to us. Use the knowledge she can give you wisely. Don't let sentimentality get in your way, and stop this killer once and for all. pen stops for a moment, then adds last. P.S. I found this maze in Undersigil the other day. I can't make any use of it. Maybe you can. So I figured I'd leave it here for you. Enjoy. The pen stops. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Little message from the past nameless one. Alright. Well, there's a couple more things we could do here in Sigil, but I think it's time. I think it's time we end this. Let's go to the mortuary and find that portal. So if that incarnation, he's called the paranoid incarnation, is what he's referred to as. If the paranoid incarnation knew where the portal was, then the bit in the dream where we saw the paranoid incarnation in the mortuary, I bet you that's where the portal is. Yeah? Yeah? Alright. Pox. Debtors. Is the front gate the only way in? Put you debtor? Yes, make me a debtor. I need to get to the mortuary. Pox unpeels his arms from his robes, revealing a rusted dagger. With a blur, he cuts 2 lines across your throat, and your vision fades to black.
No matter, he'll be up in a bit.
And last, are you alright?
And here we are. Back where we started. Thought you were a debtor for sure. There's something about the arch in front of you, hauntingly familiar. A bone-numbing chill blankets the air between these 2 black pillars, as if the arch itself bordered on some other colder space. For some reason, you know this is the portal to the Fortress of Regrets. Now all you need to do is open it. Alright, let's peel the skin from your arm. Ugh. You clench your teeth and dig your fingernails into your left arm. With a dry, tearing sound, you peel off a strip of your skin. Ugh, Jesus. The chill between the pillars becomes stronger, as if the portal is open to crack. What the Christ is it with this game? I know, right? Right? The scrap of skin has been peeled from the back of your left arm. Its scarred, gray surface reminds you of a zombie's hide. It feels more like a piece of cured leather than a strip of skin. Break your index finger, inscribe a regret on the scrap of flesh with your blood. As you scrawl your regret, what do we regret? Could regret be what changes the nature of a man? You might regret this decision. It's a shame I can't write. It's a shame you can't write. I regret that I have nothing to regret. God damn it, AK. Jesus. I regret. Real good storytelling by good storytellers. Man, they took the Torment to heart. Yeah, no, they really did. They really did. I regret what happened to my companions. Enslaving Dakon all these decades. Okay, yeah. That was a shitty thing to do. You scroll the regret onto the scrap of flesh, but your rapid healing forces you to stop to reopen the cut on your finger and squeeze more blood. Several moments later, you have finished. As you watch the bloody regret dry, a wave of cold washes over you. You look up, the black pillars to either side are glowing, motes of misty blue light drifting from their sides to form a shimmering curtain. You can barely make out a weathered stone causeway leading into the darkness. Everybody ready? I am yours, till death comes for us both. Okay, Grace. I have come this far. It would be rude of me to retire before the final hour. Even if you were to ask politely, I would not permit it. Okay, Anna? If she goes, I'll go, so I will. I'll not turn stag on you here, I won't. Okay, Dakon? Your path is mine. Mort? Look, I'm not gonna say too much here, but, well, there's something I need to tell you. What? What? Come on, Mort, we gotta get going. Well, it's about where we're going, or actually where we've been. Where we've been? It's so subtle, you almost miss it. Dakon's blade flickers, the edge dulling. As you glance at him, his hands drop to his sides. This isn't the first time we've been through this. You see, we've been in this Fortress of Regrets before, although I didn't know it then. So from the very start, you could have told me where the portal was, what the portal key is, why I'm immortal, what happened to my mortality, and the fact that it's in the fortress? Mort, you son of a bitch. No, I never knew any of that. It's not like you were always the most Sharon Basher in the plains. The other you kept a lot of the chant to himself. We didn't even know why we were going to this place before, or even what the place was. I just know what happened when we got there. And that was... Well, we went to this fortress, and before we even land foot in the place, we're all split up fighting for our lives. So the first thing I want to tell you is if you're determined to go through with this, there's a good chance anybody who goes through that portal is going to end up somewhere far away from anybody else. Thing is, even split up, you might be your only hope. Because whatever was waiting in the fortress for you, Chief, had already defeated you once. To this day, I don't know how you managed to survive, but if you fail again, you're going to need someone there to pull you out of the fortress. Okay, Mort, tell me everything. This Fortress of Regrets. It stretches on for leagues, Chief. It's a fortress, but it feels more like a plane in itself. All stone and darkness and shadows everywhere. Shadows. We go there, we'd better be prepared. Chief, I don't know what happened to you, but I know what happened to me. I spent my time running from vault to vault, those shadows crawling all over me trying to bring me down, and then just suddenly we were out, like someone pulled us back. Okay, when you say us... Mort falls silent. Ragrats. Yeah, the Fortress of Ragrats. Know that I have walked your path many times. Dakon says slowly, measuring each word. A portion of your path is known to me. 5 walked the path to the fortress. Each died their own death. I died the death of faith. The skull died the death of courage. The woman died the death of grief. The blind archer died the final and most merciful death, the death of the body. You died the death of memory. Skull was me. Woman was some chit named Dianara. Never knew the archer. He was the one who knew his targets without seeing them. Many shadows fell beneath his rain of arrows. Yeah, Chief, at this fortress there's shadows everywhere. There was darkness there, and every shadow was Shrak Talor. They are tormented creatures. The wounds in your spirit are known to them. They will attack you through them. They spoke to me like the Pillar of Skulls. They knew. Okay, look, you two. I need to know all you can tell me about this fortress. The shadows suffer. They know of torment. Torment! They know how to torture you with that which has wounded your heart. When you face them, know that you face that which has killed you once. Okay? Dakon, Mort, you, and I survived. What happened to the archer and Dianara? The archer died the death of the body. The woman died the death of the spirit. I could not save the woman because it was not your will that she be saved. Her grave was dry of tears. No one knew to mourn her passing. Why did I want her saved? Your will was known only to you. Okay, look. I can't tell you any more, Chief, except we're bound to be divided as soon as we arrive. It's a huge place. It's crawling with shadows, and somewhere in that fortress is something more powerful than any of us. Nothing lives there. The walls are darkness. Okay. Alright. Is there anything else you feel like sharing that you think might help? Well, yeah, that's one of the things you should know. The you I knew before, the you that led us to this here, he wouldn't like you at all. What? All I'm saying is, despite all your asinine behavior, you got more spirit than he ever did. The other you, he was detached from everything, so I just want you to keep that in mind. Is that it? No. That's one other thing. I may not have liked the other you very much, but he was one smart basher. The smartest basher I ever known. He always had every angle covered. If he died at the fortress, that means... You don't think I can succeed, do you? No, it's not that, Chief. He was smartest, or who's the most powerful, who's the toughest. Sometimes it comes down to who you are and what you really want. I mean, once you wanted to become immortal, but in the end, is that really what you wanted? Just be sure what you want this time is all I'm saying. Okay, look, Mort, you know you don't have to come with me, right? Yeah, you don't have to come with me, Mort. Yeah, I can't lie to you. I don't want to go, but I will. Just know that once we step through the portal, it's going to be about it isn't going to be just about you anymore. This is our lives you're playing with, and we don't get back up when we die. Okay, well then why? It's because of what Ravel said in the maze, isn't it, Mort? Well, Ravel said in the maze, she said you draw people who suffer to you like a lodestone. Maybe it's because you've been suffering all this time. Maybe when you end up settling things, maybe we'll know a bit of peace too. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So, you with me? Why not, Chief? I mean, we've gone to every other horrible place in the multiverse I can think of. Why not take that extra step over the cliff? Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Well, let's go. I mean, any place else has got to be better than Rattler Bone Box in the mortuary, right?
You know I've learned some new tricks.
Quickly level up Anna before we go. Alright. Mort instantly explodes. Alright. Here we go, guys. No regrets. Negative material plane. The Fortress of Ragrats. Sounds like a 90s alternative metal band. What? Negative Material Plane? Or Fortress of Ragrats? Oh, here we are.
This is it.
Oh, we should have gone to Fell one last time. I didn't think to. I bet we could have got some cool tattoos. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, hello. Dianara. There she is. Before you is the ghostly form of Dianara. Her spectral gown seems stirred by some ethereal breeze. Dianara? My love, you should not be here. You must leave at once. What is this place, Dianara? Is this the fortress? This is the Fortress of Regrets. It is the place that holds the moment of my death prisoner, and I may not stray far from its halls. If you can find a way back to Sigil, you must. If you stay here, my love, you shall die. What about my immortality? Surely I'm still immortal even here. No, my love. There is something about this fortress. The shell that surrounds it cuts it off from the rest of the planes. It is that shell that acts as a barrier to your immortality. How could this shell act as an obstacle? That makes no sense. As I have maintained my vigil here in this place, I have come to learn the nature of your immortality, my love. It is the thing which hungers for the lives of others. At the moment of your death, it claims another living being in your place, allowing you to live. The soul that dies in your place is brought here to the fortress as a shadow. I believe the shell prevents your immortality from finding another victim. So when I die, another dies in my place, and it can't find another living thing to die for me. And if you die in this place, it is the end, for there is nothing that lives here, so you must be careful. Return back to Sigil and leave this cursed place. But my allies are here. That means they're inside the shell. What happens to them if I die? My love, if you have brought anything that lives with you to this place, then it is in terrible danger, both from the shadows and from you. Should you die here, your immortality will hunt for the closest living thing in the fortress, and that is the one that shall die in your place. You must leave now. I can't go back. Can you tell me anything else? What's inside? There is no natural darkness within the fortress, my love, only the shades of those who have died in your place. The energies of this plane feed them, and their hatred for you is beyond all reason. They will not permit you to leave. Do not enter, I beg you. If you brought others, they were cast from you when you arrived. It is the nature of this place to divide living things, then kill them. The fortress is a thing of many miles. Finding your friends will be difficult.
Updated my journal.
Very well, my love. If you intend to go on, you must know this. Past the entrance to the fortress is a great antechamber with excuse me, with countless shadows. You must move swiftly and not let them gather about you, or you shall surely be slain. One more thing. Within the chamber are great clocks. Clocks of which you spoke of once as having been the key to your escaping the chamber, when you were trapped there once before. I know I cannot stay you from your course. I shall watch for you and help you if I can. Oh, that's right. I brought your ring, Dianara. I found your legacy. The ring still holds a part of me within it, my love. When you carry it, you carry my heart with you. You suddenly feel a warmth pass through you. I knew you'd return to me with it in your keeping. Carry it now with my blessing and keep it close to your heart. Through it I will defend you. Cool. Upgraded. DNR's, so instead of a +1, it's now a +3 to everything. She has enhanced its power threefold. Rule of threes! Fucking rule of threes. Skin of Ragrats. Feels heavier than it should. I still don't know what this is for. Oh! It's a wish scroll! It's a scroll of wish. Oh, what should we wish for? What should we wish for? Okay, I know how wish works. I'm saving. Cannot save in dialogue mode. I'm not in dialogue mode. New save. Fortress of Ragrats. Wait, are we? Okay. So what should we wish for? What should we wish for, guys? Increase in attributes, an item of power, wealth. Wealth is not going to help us here. Companions at full health, not going to help us here. Arcane knowledge and the power that it brings with it. Ooh. Wish for more genies. I don't think that'll work. I remember there was a scroll of wish in Baldur's Gate, and if you could wish to become more experienced, and what it did was it spawned a bunch of extremely high level monsters around you that gave a bunch of experience if you killed them, but statistically it was more likely that they would kill you. Power. Okay, so item of power or arcane power? What do you which direction are you going, AK? Arcane. Alright. Within your mind's eye, you see an ancient library with knowledge of the Archmage. Liches get bitches, hell yeah. You reach out and pluck several scrolls. Okay. We got Power Word Kill. Nice! Meteor Bombardment. Another scroll of Stygian Ice Storm. Nice. That's a good haul. Alright. Yeah, I really wish we got to Fel. I'm pretty sure you can get like a Ravel tattoo from Fel. Yeah, in fact, just for my own curiosity, we're going to save Fortress of Ragrats. We're going to load this one. We're going to leave the portal alone. And just to satisfy my curiosity, we're going to go talk to Fel. And then we'll jump back to the fortress if there's nothing cool. So my friend has a tattoo of the symbol of... Your friend has a tattoo of the symbol of Torment. That's fucking awesome. That's so good. You know what you should do, okay? Next time you see your friend, you should walk up behind your friend.
From all parts of society.
Walk up behind your friend and then go, updated my journal. He got it 20 years ago. Oh no, what you should do is you should walk up behind your friend and go, hey Chief, you playing corpse or you putting the blind of the dusties? Thought you were a deader for sure. Message him right now since he's in another city, okay. Well, he might not get it if, like, you know, the tattoo is just a passive thing that's just there. Yeah. He'll get it, okay. Hey, Fel. I have questions for you, bud. Torment was not just a phase, Mom. Oh, Tattoo of the Magi. Doubles all first and second level mage spells. Oh. Yoink. Tattoo of the Redeemer. Tells the story of how you redeemed Trias the Betrayer and how you steered him the path of yielded forgiveness. That's cool. That's not a new one. Tattoo of the Source. Nope. Cross-X Demise. Isonut. Tattoo of Rabble. +1 to Charisma, immunity, Panic. You have met a creature of legend, and there are a few who can claim to have met the Night Hag Ravel and not met some horrible fate. Tattoo of Ravel's Kiss. It may not have been the wisest decision, but it took tremendous bravery and strength. Tattoo of the Silver Tongue. Your skills of speech and presence stirred Ravel's heart, making you a master of flattery. Tattoo of the Black Barb Maze. Okay. Tattoo of the Black Barb Call. Yep. Just looking for new ones. Okay, I think that's the only new one. Those are the only new ones. Okay, so if we equip the Tattoo of the Magi, I guess we'd want. Let's just see how many spell slots we get. Holy Christ. That's a lot of first level spells. That's a lot of second level spells. Alright, that is cool. But let's go back. Alright, meanwhile, back in the actual save. Let us enter the Fortress of Ragrats.
I have need of you. There are creatures that must die.
Ignis made a new friend. Okay, so she said something about the clocks. Oh, hello.
This is it.
Shadow. No, see ya. No, see ya. See ya. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No, 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 no. Okay, we're gonna cast Balance Null Thing. Damage mirror. Oh god, there's so many of them. No, no. Oh god. Yeah. Delaying tactic. Black Sphere. Ah. Oh god. Oh god, there's so many. Clock! Not this one. Okay. Leave that
Updated
one
my
alone.
journal.
Oh god. I gotta hit numlock whenever the journal updates, or else it, because it's not automated. Bob and weave. Oh god, there's so many of them. What's this? Someone walked here recently. Panels a series of gears and levers. With scratch marks carved by a dagger. Some bear no marks, others bear a single slash, and one has an X. Pull. Hold on. Let's wait. Come on. Swarm me, you motherfuckers. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come at me. Come at me. Oh yeah, I remember we have this thing. I forgot. Yes! The piece of nothing. Protection from shadows. I forgot we had that. Oh god. I have no more heart charms. Oh shit. I have made a terrible mistake. Okay, kill the shadow. Let me kill this one now. I have made a terrible mistake. We might have to reload anyway, because I have no heart charms. Okay, that's enough of that. Pull the lever, Kronk.
Updated my journal.
Disintegrates into mist. You begin to fade. Oh!
So cold here.
Ah, the fiendling girl.
Where is the one who brought you here? In a place where you'll never find him. If you think to be taken, and you'll be needing to get through me first. Your words have passion, strength, and precious little reason. That gives me strength to gut ya, I don't care. Curious. Your reason for following him here is becoming clear. Enough of your chatter. If it's a fight you want, then could it be that you somehow perceive yourself as special in his eyes? If you're gonna try and get past me, then go on and do it. Fiendling, I have watched the one you follow across many lifetimes. I know his heart, and I know there have been countless others who have felt passion for him. Of them all, you are certainly the least. You are a thing, bastardized by your parents and the plains. Shut your bone box, you hear me? Answer me this, and you will know silence, child. Does the one you follow matter to you?
He matters more to me than my life.
Then die.
Damn. Cold. We pulled a lever and things happened. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, they're still here. No,
I'm
run.
hurt.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, Jesus. There's more of them. There's more of them that way. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Come on. Fast healing. Come on. Heal one. Yeah, okay. There we go. There's another one. Pull the lever, Kronk.
Shadows.
Ah, the Githzerai. I remember him well. Submit.
I may be bested in battle, but I shall never be defeated.
You cannot hope to defeat me.
I have been here before. This time I shall never leave.
So be it.
Damn. Oh, Dakon. Fucking shadows. That guy's the same. Yeah,
I'm
it
hurt.
is. That is.
Don't
Oh
let
shit!
it
No, no.
end like this.
That is, in fact, the late Tony J.
Feels like I've been strained through someone's bowels.
Yeah, Rigel from Mighty Max, Megabyte from Reboot, the Elder God from Soul Reaver. Tony J has a long and impressive list of voice credits. He was a very prolific voice actor. And exceptionally talented. Good old Megabyte, yeah. Yeah, he was great. Pull the lever.
It is difficult to separate shadow from the darkness here. This is not a place meant for the living.
Ah, the Tanari.
So you are the spider that lies in the center of it all. I have many questions you could answer. Your goals in this matter have not been entirely clear. My goals are not for you to know, fallen Tanari. My indulgence is all that keeps your black heart beating in your chest. You may leave with your life now, if you will. My heart is neither black, nor do I fear for my life. My companions, my friends, are here in your fortress. I shall not leave until we are rejoined, and the man we followed has resolved this matter to a satisfactory conclusion. There is no satisfactory conclusion to this fool's errand. You will leave this place, and you shall leave your undying companion here. Fear not for his life. The only price he shall pay is the loss of memory. As gracious as your offer is, I must refuse your offer to abandon my friends. As for the small price he will pay at your hand, it is the equivalent of death to him. I have traveled with this man for some time, and there are many things I do not wish for him to forget. He will forget. It is his fate to remain ignorant. He will forget you, Tanari, just as he has forgotten all who have walked the path of misery with him. He exists to die, forget, and die again. He is nothing. That is your judgment. The fact remains I do not wish him to forget me, nor all that he has struggled for to reach this place. He has suffered much, and I find my sympathies lie with him rather than the arrogant creature that postures before me and fights as a coward fights, preferring to kill from a distance where his opponent cannot reach him. You shall torment him no more. Torment! Tanari. Perhaps you doubt my powers here in this place. A demonstration may silence your doubt.
You have done enough harm. Prepare yourself.
You are... I can forge planes with my power. I can unmake you.
Damn. Okay, shadows. Oh god. Okay, time to bring out the big guns. Celestial host. Help me, celestial host. In all the years I've played this game, it's the first time I've actually used the spell. I always forget about it. This is real Knights of the Round energy here. There's a deep cut. Oh! I killed most of them. But not all. I mean, it was very close to a field wipe. The only like 2 of them survived. Hey, there we go. That works. Now, let's drop a Guardian Mantle and fight this last one. Poke him with Ravel's fingernail. Okay. Whew, okay, we bought a moment's respite. I think the last one is up there. I don't have any healing items, so that's a problem. I should have kept the stupid intestinal phylactery. That's what I should have kept. I could just cast heal on. So God. Nope, nope, just run. Run past. Run past. Oh God, there's more. Oh God. Oh God. I use that one? I have not. I have used that one already. Okay. Run. No, 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 no. Not good. Black Sphere. This reminds me of my late night ice game. Yeah, it does. Oh, I just remembered. This thing has a power. I shall use the token. And they're stunned. Yes, I forgot I could do that. You can't do it very often or you'll use up the token. But, okay. Big help. Big help. Oh shit, there it is. There it is. Pull the lever. But nothing happens.
Updated my journal.
Something has just opened. Huge clock has been partially melted. Someone has walked on it recently. There's writing. You know what's written on the clock is a message for you.
Updated my journal.
Run. Doors are lies. Use cannons, then portal. Crude arrow pointing the opposite direction as the long hand on the clock. What, over here? Oh, I've already done that one. Use cannons, then portal. Where's the portal? Up there, maybe? Oh, something's happening. What the fuck? Why am I being... Oh, they're casting Black Sphere. I guess turnabout is fair play. Okay, not that one. Shit, no, go away. Go away. Okay. Token. Stun! Stunned your ass. Okay. Please be open, please be open, please be open. Nope. Not that. Where do I go? Where do I go? Don't know where to go. Maybe back here? Ah, damn it. Nope. Not there. Nope. Move. Use cannons, then portal. Shit.
I'm hurt.
That was the wrong place to go. Oh god. Oh god.
Don't let
Fuck.
it end like this. Feels like I've been through a shredder.
Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Where's the fucking portal? I don't know how many times I can die and not have consequences here. I was given to understand that number was 0, but I guess not. Is this the portal? No. Is this the portal? No. I've used that machine. Is the portal here? Every time you die, a companion dies, but they're all dead already. So what gives? Oh no, I'm stunned. How many companions? I brought 5 companions. Oh god, I'm stunned. Oh god! No! The hell is the portal? Oh, I must be hitting traps. Cunning plans aren't working well yet. I know. I am aware. I'm running out of tricks. Oh! Portal! Hello, Ignis. Time for a showdown. Showdown with Ignis. Yo, what's up? Oh, he's red. He's red. He's red. There's a little ice on him. Confused. Power word kill. Got him. Because I just remembered that Ignis had like 67 hit points, which is less than the limit on power word kill. So yeah, boom, got him. Well, I knew I had to kill him sometime. Statue of you, its arms crossed. Statue of you, the face is ruined. Statue of you, staring at the center of the room. There's something back there. Sending stone. Feels strangely familiar somehow. Do something with it? A mouth appears on the side and begins speaking. Dakon, Mort, Zachariah, Dianara, it is I. I placed a minor messaging enchantment on this stone. Listen to it fully, then do as I say. It's your voice. I don't know how we got separated, but I think the portal that brought us here divided us. It's only a minor setback. When you find the stone, stay with it till I can rejoin you. Based on my divinations, this fortress is the size of several cities. The less you move around, the easier it is for me to find you. I fought my way through the first of the vaults. This place is filled with shadows, way too many to keep fighting. If you encounter any, run before they swarm you. They're much tougher than the other shadows we've encountered before. I think the energies of the plane feed them somehow, make them stronger. There were a series of great war relics within the vault that shifted me from place to place. I managed to lower the shadows to each machine, then shift while they were swarmed where I'd been. It bought me some time, enough to escape. Open a portal out. It strikes me now that at the vault I came from might be some strange sort of gatehouse. The relics seem to seal it off from both the inside and the outside of the fortress. Whoever built this place likes keeping the shadows under guard so they can't run loose. The shadows don't have any substance, so they wouldn't be able to use the machines to escape. What to think about that? No matter. I'm in a room with a great crystal in it, and I'm going to examine it more closely before moving on. There are 5 statues, they all look like me, and they all look old, too. As for the crystal, it doesn't seem like it belongs in the fortress. Its size and shape reminds me of something I've read in the annals, some sort of dimensional prison that segments the soul. I don't think it's a coincidence that the portal from the main vault teleported me here. I think the crystal's a trap, so don't touch it till we're together again. I mean it, Mort. I'm going to try and find you all now. If you find this Reader Stone, do not move from this spot or I may never find you. I left supplies in the base of one of the statues. Don't waste them. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to find our enemy and get out, and we may need those supplies later. I'll see you all soon. And he really did have every angle covered. Clutching its right shoulder. Holding a hand over its heart. Ah, supplies. Oh yeah, that's right. I saved this charcoal charm for the entire game so I could use it for the Ignis fight, and I just forgot that I had it. Durr. Okay. Doesn't seem like there's another way out. So I guess the only thing to do is touch the crystal, right? Right? Right, guys? You ready? You ready to end this? Let's end this. The huge crystal radiates a pulsing, spectral light as it hovers over the crater. The rhythm of its pulses reminds you of a heartbeat. Light from the crystal touches the edge of the room like fingers. Touch. There's a moment of dizziness as you touch the crystal, then a slow chill passes through your body. You discover your muscles have locked, your hand frozen to the surface. There's a moment of silence, then sharp pains splinter through your body like fractures. You feel as if your very being has turned to ice, then shattered. Ah! Oh god. It's us. He's awakened. Finally, I thought I would die again waiting for him to rise. Perhaps you will still die. Never forget I watch you thieves, you killers all three of you. Have a care how you speak to me, you deranged wreck. He was fortunate to reach here with all those traps you scattered throughout the plains. I swear if I could have crossed the years to put you out of my misery, the two of you be silent. Let's make sure he's alright and save the arguments for later. Who are you all? Why the hell's he's lost his memories? Damnation, he's useless to us now. Calm yourself, he's only disoriented, as were we all. Give him a moment to get his bearings. You are all thieves, wearing my body, you will give it back. I am at the limits of my patience with your howling. Be silent, or this arguing avails us nothing. Give him his space, leave him be. Time is no longer in our favor. I will not stand here and squander another moment while our adversary is no doubt hunting for us. We waited long enough for him to awaken. I will speak to him now. The man before you resembles you, but he carries himself more like a force than a man. His eyes are watching you carefully, and as you study him, you feel him studying you. So it has come to this. Who are you? I will not surrender my name to you or any man. The voice is rough like yours, it rings strangely in your ears. As for who I am, you should be asking yourself that. You're one of my incarnations. You made it here with my clues to guide you. What? We're separate incarnations? How is that possible? The incarnation's silent for a moment. If there's anything I have hated about you, it is your countless questions, your desperate fumbling for meaning and answers. The time for questions is past. Now you will listen to me. I was the first to breach this fortress, and whatever it is that awaits us here was somehow able to defeat me. It will not best me a second time. You sound as if you intend to fight whatever it is that lurks here. Of course. That's the only reason we're speaking now. I'll need you to be the shell, but your mind must be my mind. Do you understand me? You mean you intend to possess me?
Updated my journal.
Yes. We cannot leave this place in pieces. Only one may leave. Okay, what are you talking about? Fusion! You must surrender your will to me. Your knowledge and skills, whatever little you've managed to accumulate in your life, may prove useful. It ultimately will be but a fraction of my power, but might have its uses. And if I choose not to surrender my will to you, you have no choice in the matter. You do not know how to escape this place. I do. If you refuse to surrender with me, I will refuse to surrender to you, and neither of us will ever be able to leave this place. Only one may leave, and it will not be you. Yet you came here previously and were defeated. I was taken unawares. I did not anticipate that my companions would be split from me upon my arrival. What happened after that is confusing. So even if I were to surrender, we could still fail. Unlikely. I'm the only one who possesses the knowledge necessary to succeed. This moment is the culmination of centuries of planning. Many have suffered and died for us to be here. Their sacrifices must not be in vain. The last sentence unnerves you. It's delivered like a speech, and there's no passion behind the words. If you're one of my incarnations and I have questions, I will indulge you only a little while longer. You are the one who saved Dakon at Shractalor, and the one who led Dianara to her death. What of it? All of it was done with a purpose. You gave Dakon the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. Why? The Unbroken Circle? That collection of lies? Yeah, it was a week's work to forge such a thing. It was necessary to make it so he would cease doubting himself. Who made it? Perhaps they carry some truth. I know not. I know they were tedious writings, but the words were enough to give him faith. Why? Your ignorance astounds me. Could it be you do not know what he carries in his hand? That blade he carries is shaped by his thoughts. Such a tool, when used properly, could slay the multiverse itself. Though obviously the Gith became separated when he arrived in the fortress, and I was unable to make use of his blade. Unfortunate. Whoa, whoa, Jesus, that's a lot. That's a lot. You led Dianara to her death. What of it? Why? The girl had a little sense of the planes in her, and that was what I needed her for. You see, the Dustmen have it right. Sometimes when you feel too much passion, you cling too tightly to life to let go, and neither did Dianara, as I hoped she would. That woman, that ghost, she tormented me for years, pursuing me, hating me, and you were the one that killed her? You blaming me for anything is laughable. It wasn't out of malice, though she did become tiresome. It's just that when I arrived in the fortress, I didn't intend to stay. I wanted to get in, sacrifice her, then get out. Why did you do such a terrible thing? I needed someone to be my eyes here in the negative material plane, to serve as a scout and try to find out who my killer was. Only the dead can survive here for long, so Dianara had to be sacrificed, so she could become something other than she was. A tricky business, but it worked. She helped you, didn't she? You didn't have to kill her. And that is why you will be defeated if you confront our killer, because you are weak. You do not see that some things are necessary. Should we sass him? Should we sass the paranoid incarnation? Or the practical incarnation? I feel a little sassy. You dare call me weak. You orchestrated all these grand plans for defeating this invisible enemy, and you got your ass handed to you anyway. And some poor girl was murdered because of it. Maybe if you'd done your job the first time you were here, this wouldn't even be a problem. You dare lecture me? Women have always walked our path with us, whether Dianara or Ravel or any other woman, when they have suffered, and it was always their choice. Dianara would have died for me if I'd asked her to. There was no crime. Fine. Other things I would know. Oh, jeez. Tell me about Zachariah. The archer? Old sodden Zachariah could see things with his eyes that I couldn't, and he could hit them with arrows, too. While I was walking into this fortress blind in some ways, I didn't know what my killer was, so I needed someone who could see things I couldn't in case the enemy was beyond my visual range. Zachariah ended up dying too fast, though, so he wasn't any use in the end. You built that tomb beneath Sigil, didn't you? With the traps. I'd almost forgotten, and what a waste that was. Obviously that didn't work, and it cost a lot of blood and coin, too. Worthless! It was easy to breach that child's trap. I found it and changed it to make it harder, changed the writings. Yet another thing you will answer for, though I suppose it doesn't matter. It was shortly after the failure of the tomb trap I decided to carry the battle to our killer rather than wait for him to show any longer. Were you the one who pried Mort off the Pillar of Skulls? Is Mort still alive? That piking skull couldn't be trusted farther than I could throw him, claiming he had information when he didn't. Then I had to go through the torment of prying him off the Pillar of Skulls. Then he feigned ignorance once he was off it. I humored him, since he told me everything I needed from him. Feigned ignorance? Oh yes. Once a liar, always a liar. It takes a stronger mind than the skulls to give me the laugh, though. What more did he have to lie about? It is of no matter. Let the skull have his secrets. They are worthless to us. Tell me more. Who are these others? Other incarnations. Reflections of ourselves. I'll have them merge with me after I deal with you. Or kill them if they refuse. It is of no matter. They are not necessary. Were you responsible for the tattoos on my back? The directions? Of course I was responsible. I knew there was a chance I might fail here and lose my memories. I wanted future incarnations to benefit from some guidance. So I had the directions stitched on my back, since such things like journals, he snarls, tend to be lost so easily. The directions were kind of vague, though. Are you a fool? The directions needed to be vague. I couldn't spell out exactly what was happening to us, so I left a signpost. What did you think would have happened if the dustman had read them? Or someone even more balmy? How quickly do you think we would have been buried alive or cremated? What about seeking out Farod? Why? Farod? Oh, yes, the trash king with all the tough bloods that I thought I was easy prey. I thought I was easy prey. After only a little bloodletting, I struck a bargain with him. He'd see to it that if his men found me, they'd take me safely to the mortuary. And of course, I needed the eyes and hands of his men to scour the catacombs beneath Sigil for me. For the bronze sphere. Yes. I told Farod it was the only thing that would save his miserable life. What a sniveling little dodger he was. You see, the old bastard was destined to end up on the Pillar of Skulls when he died, and he was desperately trying to weasel out of it. So I told him there was an item beneath Sigil that would save him from his fate if only he could find it. But it wouldn't save him. It was just something he wanted him to find. Of course, it was useless to him. One cannot dodge fate so easily. However, nothing motivates a man faster than telling him that what he seeks will save his soul from eternal damnation. I intended to take it from him after he found it. It's just that searching for it myself would have taken too long. And why should I do it when I could have someone else hunt for me? He ended up tricking me into finding it for him. Why is it so important? Important? Do you not know? Do you have it with you? Yeah, no, I brought it with me. You have it? And your life is some use after all. When we merge, I will see about finding a means to unlock it. Perhaps all is not lost. Why? What is the sphere? Why is it important? It's a dead sensory stone. Do you know what it contains? It holds the last experiences of the first of us, when we were one man and not a string of incarnations. If there is some way of unlocking it, I will be able to see inside his mind, and see why all this happened. Yes, it is the answer I have always sought. Why this happened, why we became immortal. When we merge, I'll see about finding a means to unlock it. Perhaps there are no answers in such a thing. Perhaps there never was. I don't deal in the realms of perhaps and maybe. I seek answers. It is what has allowed us to get this far. If we had left life in your hands, we wouldn't even have a fraction of the truth we now possess, and in that truth lies power. You'll realize that when we merge. Listen, buddy. We'll see. Is there anything else we can ask about? Do you still intend to fight what lurks here? Yes. You will surrender your will. And do I choose not to? How do I escape this place? You must surrender your will. Okay, we've been down this one. Negative on the merge. Yeah, I will not merge with you. You will merge with me. I surrender to no man. It is you who will be absorbed by me. I doubt it. Do you intend to fight me on this? You're no match for me. There's little point in resisting. Try me. Yeah, remember how I've been pumping wisdom all this game? This is why. So be it. We shall see what your mind has in store. You lock gazes, his eyes are like stones, and they start to drag you down. Force him to merge. As you swim in the corridors of his mind, the first emotion you encounter is surprise, and his eyes widen. He is not absorbing you. Your will is stronger, and it is consuming him. You feel him desperately trying to pull back, but he cannot. He's too weak, and your will blocks his retreat while drawing him deeper into your subconscious. This is the last time we shall ever speak. Return to death where you belong. He looks incredulous for a moment, then he disintegrates, and you feel a rush of knowledge pouring through you, fighting for the surface. It's almost too much to absorb at once. You find yourself disoriented. So much knowledge, so many experiences.
I feel stronger.
And as quickly as it occurred, the rush subsides and you steady yourself. The bits of knowledge swirl in your mind, and you will make sense of them later. For now, only one piece of knowledge is important. The Incarnation did not know how to leave this place. He lied to trick you into surrendering. Damn it.
I feel stronger.
Clever son of a bitch. Alright, let's talk to Paranoid next. The man before you resembles you, but his back is hunched. He watches you warily, hisses as you approach. Ugh. His left arm is holding on by a thread. Who are you? Know that you will not last long in this place, thief. Mazes and regrets and death are all that are here. What do you mean? You're a thief. I will feel the bones of your neck snap beneath my fingers. Take my body back. You wear my body like a cloak and you shame me. I'm no thief. I stole nothing from you. You stole everything. I awoke in the streets of the Ring City and all who saw me knew me. All that you had done, all that you had harmed, they were waiting for me, blaming me, hurting me, until I couldn't take their voices anymore, and had to make them silent. You were the one who left the trap at the Sensory Stone, weren't you, in the Dodecahedron Journal? He fixes his weary eye. This seems looking at you is making you uncomfortable. You... Wow, you're the incarnation that the lady amazed. I found your journal. Simple escape, simple trap. Broke her maze with ease, I did. Could have made it tighter, deadlier. She knew nothing of what it takes to trap me. Yes, Whacker? Imagine you'd say when you thought the game mentions the PC's real name. Yeah, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. No, we haven't gotten to it yet. We're almost there. You're the one who set fire to Anna's legacies. I burned the false papers. More lies. Lies about my false lives. A sensory stone trap. You left it for me. Yes. Simple trap. Trap for someone who can't die. Mind trap. Simple to escape, actually. You lie. No, it's pathetically easy. I was able to escape with no effort. Lying thief. Clutches his left arm and then pulls the stitching into his shoulder, tearing it off. What? Ah! Oh god.
Don't let it end like this.
Oops. Oops. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We're good. We're good. We're good. I didn't actually know that could happen. That's a new one to me. He tore off his own arm and yes, beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Okay, let's open with power word kill. He resisted it. He resisted it.
This is it.
Charcoal thingy. Great idea. Should have done that. Charcoal charm. Oh, I wonder if... Let's grab the healing items I know are here. And let's hit him with all of the spells. Missile of Patience. Didn't quite kill him. Oh, let's change weapons to the one that gives magic resistance. Yeah, there we go. Magic Missile. Submerge the will.
Spell got disrupted.
No, damn it. Swarm Curse. Force Missile. Got him, okay. Let's jump right to this. And I'm just going to breeze through that dialogue tree real quick and get us back to where we were. Because I got to make sure I hit some important ones. Okay, awake. Skip through that. Okay. Nameless one. Yep. Paranoid incarnation. Practical incarnation. I get this mixed up.
Updated my journal.
That doesn't count because I already pinged once for that. Just quickly jumping through these. I think those are the important ones. Farad and the sphere, we gotta hit that one. I have no intention of merging with you. Try me.
I feel stronger. I feel stronger.
Okay, 320 looks right for journal updates. Overwrite Fortress of Ragrats. Okay, let's try this again. And we'll get back. Let's not tell him that the trap was easy, because that's clearly not the way to go. You got mazed. Pro tip. Yeah, what's your pro tip? Rip off his arms first. What happened to your arm? Kept coming off, so I had to stitch it up again. You're to blame for killing the linguist, aren't you? Now, who are the others? They're thieves. You killed the linguist. I see. Let us speak in language of Uyo. Let us speak in private. Just the two of us. As you speak the language of Uyo, the incarnation's eyes widen. He stares at you. He replies in the same. Only I know the language of the Uyo. How do you know it? You are correct. You are the only one who knows the language of the Uyo. So if I know the language of the Uyo, I must be you. He's silent. It is these others who are not you, for they do not know the language of the Uyo. I hear you. This place confuses one's perceptions. We are both you, and now we must become as one. Aye. He reverts to normal speech. All the inflection in his voices are gone. It's calm and level. I no longer wish to live like this. Aww. You have suffered much. You were born to a world where nothing made sense, where strangers claimed they knew you. They blamed you for things you knew nothing of, and they tried to hurt you. Yes. I will protect you now. You will know peace, for that is all you ever wanted, isn't it? He relaxes. Falls to the black stones. You feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull. There's a flood of memories that strengthen emotions, and you steady yourself dizzy for a moment. And then you are yourself once more. There. So if you don't do the quest with the journal, and don't learn the language of the Uyo, then yeah, you gotta fight him. But, yeah, poor guy. That was the crazy homicidal murderer one who, yeah, he just wanted to be left alone. Poor guy. One left. You alright? Who are you? Have we ever had a name? Or was it just the first of us? I know that I'm your ally in this. Like these others, I have died death in your mind, and this figment is all that remains. But who are you? Ah, this must be disorienting for you. Let me try and explain. I'm one of your incarnations. I was once lost, now I'm here again. How is it possible? I do not know. Whatever you touch within the fortress has brought pieces of yourself to the surface. One of the others may know the means of how this came to be, but it's beyond me. Then there are things I must know. Ask. What was your life like? It was quiet and long, was filled with much of the pain and the joys that one would expect in life. I served as a cartographer for a time, and I walked the plains for several years. How'd you die? In the end, as I traveled upon the fields of Utopia, terrible shadows took on life as I lay sleeping. I died as I felt their claws upon me. There are shades of all those who died in our place. Yes, I know. I know that now. One cannot be in this place of regrets and not feel their agony. Do you know why I wanted to become immortal? No, I do not. I think it was done out of fear. Perhaps one of the others knows, but not I. What makes you think it was done out of fear? There's no humor in this. What man wishes to die? Only the first of us will ever truly know the reason that brought us to the state. I've had countless lives. Why are there only 3 incarnations here? I do not know. Perhaps we were the 3 pieces that were somehow still present in your mind. Present how? I do not know for sure. I would guess that when we die, traces of the former personality may remain in your mind, and I know that sometimes we may make ourselves felt. How? When you're about to place yourself in danger, or close to realization, for example, I found I could stir, help prod you in the right direction. Ah, so you were the crawling sensation I felt in the back of my skull. I would be at a loss to describe how it felt to you, but it is possible. Before you said that when we die, traces are left in the mind. That's what caused you all to emerge, right? My understanding may not be complete, but yes, that seems to be the case. We may make ourselves felt in some ways. So is it possible that the first of us, the real one of us, before all the incarnations, might still be buried somewhere in my mind? The expression on the incarnation's face flickers for a moment, but it's like a window, and you suddenly realize who it is you're speaking to. You were the first of us. I know what you're thinking, but it is not the case. You think that knowing the mind of the first of us will somehow help you here in this place. It will not. But I have so many questions that you can answer. Why did we become immortal? Because if we die, truly die, Death's kingdom will not be paradise, not for us. If you spoke to these others that were here, know that a fraction of the evil of their lives is but a drop of water compared to the evil of mine. That life, that one life, even without the thousands of others, has given us a seat in the lower planes for eternity. But you seem so much calmer, well-intentioned. It became that way, yes, because for me, it is regret that may change the nature of a man. But it was too late. I was already damned. I found that changing my nature was not enough. I needed more time and I needed more life, so I came to the greatest of the Grey Sisters and asked her for a boon, to try and help me live long enough to rectify all the damage I had done, to make me immortal. Were we evil bastards, Swacker? Yes. That's the suggestion here, is that the original incarnation was an evil-ass motherfucker. He did something horrible. Something so horrible he couldn't possibly atone in a single human lifetime. And Rival did. But when she first tested your immortality and killed you, you forgot everything. And the plains have been dying ever since. The crime is great, and the blame is mine. There are so many questions I have for you. Who are you? What was your life like? Who... When I become no more, when I merge with you, you will have the answers you seek. It may take some time to sort them out, but they are there. It is difficult to communicate a life with words. Very well, we shall become one. Are you ready? One last thing, just this. Before I return to Oblivion, there's something I would know. Okay? Did you live your life, the brief life you had? In the end, was it worth it? I don't know, was it? What do we say? Was it worth it? Honestly, don't know. I've been traveling too much to really appreciate it. Perhaps we'll see after this matter comes to a close. He nods. Then collapses, the life running out of him. You feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull making you shiver. You know the incarnation is no more. There's one last thing to do. Remember what the practical incarnation said about the bronze sphere. As you hold the sphere up this time and examine it, you feel the memories of the first of your incarnations stirring within you, but it's not an insistent or driving force, it is a calm, like the thoughts of a man walking across a great distance to speak to a friend he hasn't seen in ages. As you feel his presence in your mind, you see the sphere in a different light, not ugly or hideous, but as something precious, like a newborn child. The sphere is the repository of your last moments before you met Ravel on the Grey Waste and asked the impossible of her. You know why you asked her, and you know that all you need to do is touch the surface of the sphere with both hands and feel regret, and the stone will open itself to you. A lot of people who play this game, first time at least, miss this, because they throw the bronze sphere in another companion's inventory, or drop it or leave it behind, thinking it's not useful anymore, right? People forget about it. But if you bring it all the way here, and you get the good incarnation to admit that he's the first incarnation, you get to do this. Clasp the stone and feel regret. The sphere wrinkles in your hands, the skin of the sphere peeling away into tears and turning into a rain of bronze that encircles you. Each droplet, each fragment that enters you, you feel a new memory stirring, a lost love, a forgotten pain, an ache of loss, and with it comes the great pressure of regret. Regret of careless actions, the regret of suffering, regret of war, regret of death, and you feel your mind begin buckling from the pressure. So much, all at once, so much damage done to others, so much so an entire fortress may be built from such pain. Focus. And suddenly through the torrent of regrets you feel the first incarnation again. His hand, invisible and weightless, is on your shoulder, steadying you. He doesn't speak, but with his touch, you suddenly remember your name. And it is such a simple thing, not at all what you thought it might be, and you feel yourself suddenly comforted. In knowing your name, your true name, you know you have gained back perhaps the most important part of yourself. In knowing your name, you know yourself, and you know now there is very little you cannot do. The first incarnation's hand is gone from your shoulder, and he is watching with a smile. That was my name all along? But if I was... The first incarnation holds his finger to his lips, silencing you. He nods at the symbol at your arm, as if indicating you should make use of it. The symbol of torment, seems brittle somehow, as if it is only barely holding itself to your skin. Unconsciously, you reach out and peel it from your arm. It gives way with slight resistance, like pulling off a scab. As you hold the symbol, you know you can harness its power. It no longer rules you. I no longer wear the symbol. Does that mean... As you get halfway through your question, you realize there's a heavy silence in your mind. You can no longer feel the presence of the first incarnation within you. Symbol of torment. The strip of flesh holds the symbol of torment you have always worn. It peeled away from your arm when you realize your true name. The symbol no longer rules you, and you may harness its power to bring retribution against your enemies. Merely holding it, invoking its power, will summon all the pain and suffering from your past incarnations upon your foes. Watch this. The most powerful spell. Yeah, so 2 million XP. Watch this. Level 15. Level up. 9 characteristic points gained. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll do. We just jumped to level 24. spell slots. Sweet zombie Jesus. We're not done yet. Still only halfway to level cap. Before you use the ghostly form of Dianara. Your eyes rest on yours, you feel a strange, disjointed sensation. Dianara? My love, at last I found you. I searched for you after you were divided by the crystal. This fortress spans hundreds of miles, and I feared that you were lost to me. Are you well? I think so. The crystal divided me, but I am one again. I suspect trapping you here was the crystal's true purpose, but it poses no barrier for one such as I. Much do my eyes see, and the halls of this fortress are well known to me. If you are trapped here, my love, I shall see to it you are set free. Where is it you wish to go? Should we go right to it, or should we tell her the truth? Should we tell her? She earned it, yeah. The truth sets you free. Alright. I wish to speak with you for a moment. What are you speaking of? When I brought you to this fortress, it was my intention that you die here. I needed someone to remain behind so they would serve as a link to this place. I knew because you loved me so much, your love would stave off death and allow you to become a spirit, and that is why you suffer now. Dianara's face is a mask. I'm sorry, Dianara. You love me. If you say yes, my love, then nothing that has happened matters. Lie, of course. Truth, yeah, kind of. Or truth, no. No, I'm sorry, Dianara. I do not. I never knew you. Perhaps if I'd met you under different circumstances. And this shall be the ending of things between us, my love. I have remained here for you, for no other reason. I will help you one last time. Then I shall travel beyond the eternal boundaries I was meant. Then I will ask this last thing and leave you in peace. Can you help me? Go to my adversary, or go to my mortality? Where should we go? Adversary or mortality? One. Adversary. Right, let's end this. Let's go confront Tony J. Touch my hand, and the walls of the fortress should be walls no more. Sorry, Whacker. One came first.
You in death's halls, my love.
It's a false choice because they're both the same place. Spoiler. All right. Oh look, there's everyone. They're all dead. Where are we? Fortress roof. There he is.
So you have come. Then you shall die again.
Resident health, please.
So you have come. You are unwelcome here, broken one.
What have you done to my friends?
Are they dead? Yes. Unlike you, they have but one life. And they wasted it for your sake.
They died for you as they always have. Such is the way of all mortal things. It is the fate of all that follow you, broken one. You have forgotten much. Why did you do it? They tried to harm me, here of all places. I defended myself. In so doing, mortality claimed them. Their deaths were by their own hand. I gave them the opportunity to depart this place, but they seemed determined to help you, despite the cost to themselves. So you killed them. The tiefling girl was especially fierce in your defense. Her feelings for you burned brighter than Elysium's fires. And the Tenari, she was quite strong. Her tolerance for pain would have shamed the Batazer themselves. I took no pleasure in their deaths. Then why did you do it? It was not my will. It was not I that brought them here. All of them had a choice, and they chose to die for you. It has always been the way of all that follow you, for they are tormented souls, seeking a release, but they know not why. You have forgotten this, and you shall again. Ha! Intelligence check here. I know you for what you are. You are my mortality. Your armor, it is twisted like tree branches. Such things speak of Ravel's magics. Ah, it was Tony J all along. Yes, I am that which was split from you by the hag's power. I am that which walks with all life. My voice is a death rattle, a last breath in the throat, the whisper of a dying man. I have been freed from the prison of your flesh. Freed from me? The moment I was split from your cancerous shell, I knew life. I knew freedom. I shall not surrender it to you. We were not meant to be separated. The planes have suffered because of our separation. You know nothing of meaning and separation. Before your memory dies again, know that we were never meant to be as one. This shall be the last time you and I speak, Broken One. There's something I know, Spirit. I've traveled far, and there are many questions you can answer. I will indulge you this one last time, then this fortress shall be silent again. Then my questions are these. Ask your questions, but know you shall never remember the answers. We have several options here. You've done everything you can to prevent us from meeting face to face. Why? Do you think I fear to face you, Broken One? I do not. An iron golem forged from weapons of war told me this once. When one kills from a distance and does not show himself, it speaks of weakness. It is how a coward fights. My energies are needed to sustain this place, Broken One, else it would be my hand on your throat with each of your deaths. I may not travel beyond these fortress walls for long. Yet even when I was within the fortress walls, you sent Ignis to try and stop me when you could have stopped me yourself. The sorcerer was convenient. His rage for you runs deep. I thought it fitting he be allowed vengeance upon you. If the plains cannot teach you mercy, perhaps pain can. Vengeance for what? It is no matter. You have forgotten such things, and you shall again. So you sent him to try and stop me. When he failed, you still didn't confront me. You put the crystal in my path. Yes, the crystal is a prison, perhaps one of the greatest ever devised. I used it, for I tire of tracking you across the plains, Nameless One. You are difficult to find. I prefer you be kept close, where I may watch you. The crystal is such a place where you may be kept. I would know how you freed yourself from the crystal. Why am I difficult to find? It is of no consequence. Well, then why not tell me? I'll forget anyway, and I would know this last time. Just as there are power in names, there is power in not having a name. The eyes of the plains slide off such a one such as you, and one such as I. I would know how you freed yourself from the crystal. Do we tell him or not? I think we should hold that, and we shouldn't tell him that. Mainly because the fact that he doesn't know, he doesn't need to know. Exactly. My ways are my own. Know that prison cannot hold me, just as you cannot stop me now. Such arrogance. We shall test that arrogance this day, Broken One. We shall see. There are other things I would know. I may be immortal, but Ravel told me the ritual was flawed. Whenever I die, I lose a fraction of my mind. In time, after many deaths, I shall lose the ability to even think for myself. It is of no matter. You cannot die. Your mind may be lost, but your flesh will live on. That is all that is needed. Needed why? We share a link, you and I, however small. I do not wish you destroyed, only far from me. If we're linked, then when I suffer, you must suffer as well. The weak suffer, I endure. So if I were to die, that link would be broken. You cannot die. Well, if I cannot die, you can't exist. You're my mortality. Perhaps once, no longer. I have changed. I have transcended and become something greater. Perhaps, but at your core, you are still my mortality. If I die, you die. You know nothing of what you speak. Your words are hollow, as is your shell. You shall see. You said we share a link. It is of no consequence. Wait, those shadows you sent to get me, they never succeeded in killing me, but that was never their purpose, was it? They only kill me to make me forget. There is nothing in your shell of a mind that is of consequence, Broken One, except that, from what the Pillar of Skulls told me, there were 3 that knew where you could be found and how to reach you. One is Trias, one's you, and the other is me. If you kill Trias and I, there'll be no one who knows who you are and how to find you. Yes, the angel that shields itself with golden lies. You led me to him at last. Like you, the betrayer was difficult to find. He will die the final death. So you used me to find him. You wanted me to kill him, didn't you, so his knowledge would die. Then you tried to kill me, so I would forget where to find you. I see Time's blade has not bled your mind of all reason. My purpose was always such, to make you forget. But why? Because I never again wish to suffer your presence, Broken One. You are an irritation, a reminder of what life once was, and I detest such reminders. I wish to be left in peace in my fortress. As you have forgotten me, I wish to forget you forever. Then that is acceptable to me. But know that I will suffer your attacks no longer. You will keep the shadows here and allow me to live my life, and I will allow you to live yours. You have no choice, Broken One. When you leave here, you will forget all that has transpired. I no longer wish you to know how to find me. You will die the death of the mind again and again, because it is my will. But I no longer forget when I die. Perhaps once, but no longer. You lie. You have always forgotten, and I have always remembered. It was always such. Always doesn't mean what it once did. I've died time and again, my memories have returned to me. Your deceptions will not shield you here, Broken One. No, it's the truth. Killing me won't stop me, because killing me doesn't make me forget anymore. I'll know you always. I'll remember everything you've done, how to reach you here, and eventually, how to destroy you. Then I shall imprison you, Nameless One. If you will not forget, then I shall not allow you to be free. But I already escaped from the crystal prison you threw in my path. You can't kill me, you can't hold me, and you can't make me forget myself any longer. Then I will feed you to the shades. I will defeat you here, then cast you into the shadow galleries where they may feed on you. They will kill you across the span of several eternities. You shall never walk the plains again. We shall see. There are other things I would know. We got a raid. We got a raid right at the end. There's one I'm trying to get to. You've done everything you can to prevent speaking face to face. Why? Do you think I fear you? Is that why you sent shades to kill me? I send shadows because their reach is long, yet it is my eyes that guide them. So the shadows can travel distances you cannot. There is nothing I cannot do. Yet you never traveled beyond these walls to fight me, only sent shadows. That is how a coward fights. My energies are needed to sustain this place, Broken One, else it would be my hand on your throat with each of your deaths. I may not travel beyond these fortress walls for long. I don't believe you. I think you're afraid to confront me. Or else you're lying to me and there's another reason you remain here. You know nothing. Why is sustaining this place so important to you? If you're truly as powerful as you say, why would you want to remain here? There's nothing here. It is my fortress. It is my home. And what a home it is, too. Mortared from my regrets, with nothing but the shades of those we've murdered filling its halls, abandoned relics of the past languishing beneath dust, and the life-draining energies of the negative material plane to feast the eyes on. There are words for places like that. They're called prisons. Every word betrays your ignorance, Broken One. The fortress is silent. All that comes here dies before intruding into my presence, and the shadows are quiet creatures. I think you have to remain here, along with the shadows and the ghosts, because that's what you've become. I don't think you sustain this place at all. I think it sustains you. I remain here by choice. Really? So when you said you can't journey beyond this fortress for long, you were lying? How is it possible that a fortress built from my regrets needs you to sustain it? I will see you die 1,000 deaths for your insolence, broken one. You are an intruder within these halls, and I shall see to it you never return. Consider this. You say we are linked, so when I suffer, you must suffer as well. Perhaps you are trapped here because you suffer, but differently than I do. What is this foolishness you speak of? Is it possible that as I die the death of the mind with each of my deaths, you die the death of the body? As I lose spirit, you lose substance. That's why you find it harder and harder to leave this fortress and travel beyond this plane. This fortress is not only your prison, it's going to become your tomb. Impossible. Is it? You said we were linked. Surely you felt your body wane over the past century. You even carry the branchings of Ravel's frame over yourself, and you detest her. But you need the frame over your spectral form to prevent yourself decaying faster. Even if there were truth in your words, there is nothing to be done. I would sooner die the death of the body here in this fortress than suffer existence with you again. But why die slowly when we could become one again? We'd stop torturing each other at last. Your words are poison to me. I no longer wish to be a part of you and share your wretched existence. Look at you. Your shell is broken and scarred. I would rather die free than encased in your sickly shell. Very well. So, this is the final boss, this conversation tree here. You can fight him, or you can talk him into victory, which is what I'm going to do. And this is my final question. What can change the nature of a man? The question is meaningless. Nonetheless, before there's an ending between us, I would hear your answer. Behold a man! Then this is my answer, and you are the proof. Nothing can change the nature of a man. If there is anything I have learned in my travels across the plains, it is that many things may change the nature of a man. Whether regret, love, revenge, or fear, whatever you believe can change the nature of a man, can. And you learned a false lesson, broken one, have I? I've seen belief move cities, make men stave off death, and turn an evil hag's heart half-circle. This entire fortress has been constructed from belief. Belief damned a woman whose heart clung to the hope that another loved her when he did not. Once it made a man seek immortality and achieve it. And it has made a posturing spirit think it is something more than a part of me. Your defiance will hurt you more than any wound in this place. Belief cannot change the nature of a man. I think it can. I think belief could even unmake me if I believed it enough. You do not possess the force of will for such a thing. So you admit it's possible. Do not try my patience, broken one. Let's do it. Focus your will inwards. Center yourself. You are a fool to think you can achieve such a thing. You can barely keep your own tattered mind intact. There is nowhere left for you to fall, broken one. Stop. You know not what you do. I know what I do. You have tormented me enough, and now it ends. If you do this thing, we shall be undone. There is no one fate here. You destroy us both. As I see it, I have two choices. Either I kill us both, or I let you kill me again and again, losing what few pieces of my mind I have left. I think I'd prefer we both die. Unless you have a third solution. There is no other resolution to this matter. Here we go. Do we both die? Or do we join again? I'm going to make a poll. I'm turning this over to Twitch chat. Okay, poll is up. Poll is up. 1 minute. I'll be right back while we decide. There's a couple other ways. There's a couple of other ways where you can talk the Transcendent One to death. This just happens to be my favorite. Rejoin. Rejoin has it. Alright. Then I think there is. We can become one again as we were meant. You know not what you do. If we are reunited, it shall be an ending. There shall be no future for us. We shall go on to further torments. It is better that happen than the multiverse continues to suffer because of us. If we become one, we shall suffer. There is too much of the nature of the first one in us for us to be saved. We shall be damned. You know not what you do. No, I know very well what I do, and I think this is the only answer. Prepare yourself. Know that I have always hated you, Broken One. When we are one, I will continue to hate you. When your shell dies at last, know that I shall take pleasure in your death. I can live with that. And so can the planes. Know that my hatred for you will unmake the planes. Prepare yourself. We shall be as one again, until your last moments of life. Before we do, what are my friends? Is it possible to save them? I am mortality itself. The nature of life and death is something I know well. When we are one, my knowing shall be yours. Okay. I'm ready. As you reach out with your power, Mort suddenly floats through the air. Hold up, Chief. You don't need to resurrect me. I was just kind of lying here, listening to you two. You were feigning death. Well, yeah, I'm already dead, and, Chief, what happened to your voice? I am something else now. Time runs short, and soon time and fate will catch up with me. I will return you to Sigil, Mort, if you wish it. Excuse me. What, return me? What about you? Come on, Chief, I may be a coward, but there's no way I'm leaving you in this place. Many are the crimes that were committed when my mortality and I were split. These crimes carry a price. You may not go where I will soon be. Well, I could go with you anyway, Chief, you wanted me to. We've been through worse. Not this time. Perhaps one day you and I will meet again on another plane, but not now.
Not to get all misty-eyed, but, it's been a pleasure, Chief.
Farewell, Mort. Reach out with your power. There's a rush of air and it stirs. Anna, are you alright? What happened to you? Your voice is like echoes it is. I've changed. I'm something else now and I cannot remain here much longer. I will return you to Sigil if you wish it. Where are you going? Many are the crimes that were committed when my mortality and I were split. There is a place reserved for one such as I on the lower planes. It is punishment of a sort. But I don't want you to go. I will not forget how much you were willing to sacrifice for me, Anna. She nods. She's about to say something. I do not need your words to know your heart, Anna. Farewell. Power touches him. Dakon takes a staggered breath and looks up. Awakened Dakon of Shrek-Talor, last wielder of the Karak blade. Your voice. Have you at last come to know yourself? Yes, it was a difficult thing, and it cost many lifetimes. Many suffered so I might know myself again. The knowing of oneself is a difficult path. In knowing it, I know where I shall soon be bound. Time and fate will come here even as we speak, and I will not be here much longer. I will return you to Sigil, Dakon, if you wish. Is it in knowing of oneself one can truly understand the nature of their place in the planes, or is it just gas? Yeah, it could be. Could be. Dakon falls silent. Know that once I owed you a debt. Know that you saved my life. I know that I followed you to settle that debt.
I have paid for your life with mine. The debt is settled.
Very well, Dakon. Our 2 deaths were as one. You will leave this place with your freedom. The power touches Grace. She rises to her feet. Fall from grace. Your voice. So you found yourself at last. Yes. The price was high. The cost was many lifetimes, mine and others. The price of such a thing is seldom measured in copper. I am still the one you know, but my perspective have changed. I have not forgotten you, if that is your fear. No, that was not my fear. I cannot remain here much longer. My punishment calls, and fate and time shall soon be here. I will return you to Sigil if you wish. That is not my wish. I will find you again, no matter where in the lower planes you will be, just as you shall be able to find me. It may be a long time. Where I'm bound, time is not measured in years, and the crimes I have committed are stronger than any cage. No cage shall separate us, and no plane shall divide us. Keep thinking of me, and we shall meet again. I shall not forget all you sacrificed for me. Time lays waste to all things, but I shall fight it as long as I can.
Time is not your enemy. Forever is.
Perhaps so. Farewell, Grace. So all of that side conversation with the Blood War and how horrible it is and how you gotta be careful not to end up there. This is the fate he was trying to avoid. There we are. Landscape Torment, ladies and gentlemen. The Blood War equals XP farm. Yes. So yeah, there we are. What's our journal count? Journal count 320. What exactly was his fate? His fate was to fight in the Blood War basically forever. I think, I'm not sure about this, but my reading is that the first incarnation was responsible for starting the Blood War. Right? What could he have done that was so evil that not even an entire lifetime spent in redemption could outdo it? Right? What could he have possibly done? It's the only thing I can think of. Oh yeah, Keith David was in here, but we just skipped right past him. He was a hidden character. If you don't have Ignis in the party, then his character, Violor, is the one that you fight at the end. And you can fight the Nameless one in the stand-up like boss battle, but I just decided not to because it's more fun to talk him to death. Oh right, name. Okay, so I think I know what his name was. At the end there, when you got the Sensory Stone, you touch the Sensory Stone, you learn his name, and he says, "Wait, that was my name all along?" And then he's shh, quiet, right? So I think because of that comment, because of that, oh, that was my name all along. I think that his name